Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of My Captions Stopped Working. But that's okay, I'll fix them. It's already broken.
I love this show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet here on Game Nights. I am your host and your dungeon master, Van, and we're here to play some dang Dungeons and Dragons. I'm very excited because I didn't get to see my friends last week, but I got to see them this week. Very pleased. We are going to get going here in just a minute, but before we do that, I would tell you a little bit about what we got going on the channel this week, except I don't rightly know when our next game is. Val, do you?
Saturday? Yes.
We're not doing tomorrow, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then our next live stream after this will be Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of Hearts of Stone, Blades in the Dark. Val runs that one. That's why they know when the game happens. And we're a little light this week because of people traveling. But after that, we should be back to our normal schedule pretty soon. Excited about it. Other than that, our social medias are all down below our faces. If you're with us on Twitch, they're also over in the chat currently. You can come hang out with us. You can follow us, or you can subscribe to our YouTube, where all of our previous streams exist, for the most part, except the occasional lost one. That's okay. There's so much content, you won't even fucking notice. And you can also join our Discord and come hang out with us and talk about our shows and what we're watching and games, video games. Steam Summer Sale is almost over. Get in there and tell us what you bought so I can also buy it, because I love new games. That's all I have. I'll say one thing today. We're trying out a new, to us, virtual tabletop. We started it today. We're using Foundry. So if there's technical difficulties with that, we apologize. We're all new to using it, and I've had the most time to poke around in it, but even that was not a lot of time. So bear with us if we're looking for stuff and fixing stuff. We'll try to be pretty cognizant of that and not waste a whole bunch of time breaking stuff, even though that's our favorite thing to do. And yeah, that's all I have to say until we get started. So I'll let my friends here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing today, starting as always with Sid.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the internet at Greek Sid. If you go through the Misty Forest, pass over the Haunted Bridge, and then fight your way through the Squishmallows. That is to say, I'm not on the internet much. But yeah, if you want to try, you can. I am here Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays whenever we have regular games. Tonight I am playing Giselle Wintersweet, Duchess. She is our Tabaxi Rogue Warlock. Oh, she should probably put on her talisman too.
She should.
That's me.
Thank you, Sid. Next up is Rach.
Hi, I'm Rachel, or Rachel Elizabeth. Rachel is messed with a Z in the middle instead of an S. I'm here on Tuesdays and every other Wednesday, and I am on Hack Recklessly on Sundays, playing some other high-level D&D stuff. And today I am playing Lady Sereia Vale, our Circle of Wildfire Water Genasi Druid. I always do that out of order.
I don't know that you've ever introduced her as Lady Sereia Vale.
No, I haven't, but
Awesome.
I thought it was funny because now there are a couple of us that can use the title and one person who lost theirs.
I love it. Next up, thank you, Rachel, is Val.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am here a few days a week playing and running games. I run our game on Saturdays, so come join us for Hearts of Stone. We're playing Blades in the Dark at sometime Saturdays.
3.
I don't know. 3, thank you. On Saturdays. Come join us for that. Free what time zone? I don't know. Eastern?
Take a wild guess.
And today I'm going to be playing Emperor Law Justitia, who's an artificer.
That one's made up. Thank you, Val. And finally, we have Wally.
What's up, y'all? It's me, your favorite non-binary sign best friend on the internet. You can find me on the social media at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot, where you can find the stuff that I do, like Monday and Tuesdays. I'm here playing games with all these wonderful people. And coming soon to the local podcast near you. That's right, me. I have a podcast coming out. It's me and my friend Kappa. We have a podcast. It's called Dope and Rad. It's dope and rad, and we talk about stuff we like. So yeah.
Wait, but who's dope and who's rad?
Sid, you've known me for so long, and you don't know who's dope and who's rad.
You can't
Okay, you're
ask that.
dope.
That's homophobic.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're dope.
Yeah.
Chris is rad. Got it.
But yeah, that's coming soon, and I'm really excited for it. And yeah, keep an eye out for that. But today, I am playing Damian, who doesn't have a fucking title. He's
Yet.
Damian. Yet, but right now he's Damian.
Next time we save some royalty, all you have to do is ask for one. That's how I did it.
I mean, that's what he's gonna have to do. He's just gonna have to like say it. Just say, "Give me a title."
It was
and
super easy for Giselle,
Or you
actually.
do.
It was.
She was like, what do you
Or
want?
you
It's like,
do.
the title. I was like, okay.
what everyone
To be
else who has
fair-
a title does, and just tell people you have a title until they believe it.
Until it sticks.
That's
That's-
also true. Like,
That's
Or
how
like-
everyone became a king or a monarch.
Or like how
whatever.
most people do it
Just
and
say
just
you
be
do.
born into a family of
Yeah,
wealth
that's
and
what Sereia did.
prestige.
Yeah, have you tried being born again?
But those families just
allowing
at some
Jesus into
point
your
just
heart.
said, "Hey, I'm king now. Deal with it.
Yeah.
You got to be the
true.
first, Damian."
That's true.
Yeah, to be fair, Giselle honestly did the most work to
You
get her
really
title.
did. She did.
She saved somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
She
Yeah.
did the most
Lots
work
of
to get her
lots
title.
of fire
If anyone deserves it,
spells and
Giselle
jumping
deserves
around on
it.
poles and fighting off some deranged reindeer. It was really
Yeah.
weird.
It
Yeah.
was. It was. But yeah, I don't have a title yet, but that's who I'm playing. I'm playing Damian, our favorite College of Sword bard. And there we go.
I mean, that's what King Pakal, one of the god kings of the Maya, did. He was only 12 when he said, God said I should be king.
Yeah.
And
he
they let
did.
him for like
Yeah.
60 years.
They were like, who's gonna argue it? And they're like, well, not us.
Allegedly, that's true. I don't know. That was in the last Nancy Drew game that I played, so it's probably true.
It probably is.
I feel like there's got to be somebody fact checking
Nancy Drew
that stuff
would
in
not
Nancy
lie
Drew.
to us.
Nancy Drew wouldn't lie to us.
Would never lie to us.
It was one of the old ones, and those were edutainment, so I learned a lot from those games. Anyway, you guys want to play Nancy Drew?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Quickly
games.
on Nancy Drew.
Next week, I'm going to pick out one of the hardest Nancy Drew games, and I'm going to stream it, and you're all going to sit here and help
But
me
can
solve
we
it.
play it? Can
Duh.
we play it like
Okay.
in character?
We don't even have to stream it. Just like
Just sit around.
call me.
Just wanna
I'm
do that,
there.
yeah.
Literally, that's
Same.
would be my favorite thing ever, is to sit around and Nancy Drew. But we're not doing that right now. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Next time we're having a bad day, that's what we're doing. We're all getting together and watching Van play Nancy Drew.
Well,
We'll
I
see.
have good news. The one that just came out was like number 36, so you've got options. I'll send you guys a list so you can pick.
One of us sits down and starts watching One Piece from the beginning. The other one sits down and starts the
There we go.
first Nancy Drew from the
There we
beginning.
go.
We see who finishes first.
I will most certainly.
Nancy
will
Drew,
finish
without a
this.
doubt.
I
Without
take
a doubt.
that challenge.
You can speed run some of those.
I've also
Play
played
them.
Van playing Nancy Drew? Are you fucking kidding me? He'd be done in like 3 days.
That's yeah.
We could do a charity stream of this, Van. I'll sit down and watch
competition.
One Piece. Yeah.
Where you get to watch One Piece and I sit here and play
It's
Nancy
just
Drew.
me. It's just
We
me
don't
and
talk to
Val
each
just
other.
watching One Piece commenting on it. That's all we're doing.
It's just like trying to solve a slide puzzle, and you guys are like, "No, the apple fruit. Don't eat that one."
Now, what would the
that one?
apple fruit do, Van?
Isn't that
You
really the
explain it
smile
to me.
fruit though? at
That's
the
how
end of
they
the
make
day?
That
Apple
is-
Jacks.
Yeah.
There's probably a character
The
named
lore of
Applejack.
Applejack. That's my favorite part of
They
One
grind
Piece.
up-
The lore of Applejacks.
Yeah, they grind up apple fruit and make cereal out of it.
That's
Yeah.
Clearly, you haven't finished One Piece.
yeah, obviously.
Anyway, let's
Clearly.
shut up. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm owed my union mandated One Piece time.
Yeah,
Or-
we're allowed 5 minutes, and we use it up. Go on.
Too bad for you guys. I'm your fucking union rep.
Fuck.
This is Xanthoria. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons. It's the highest level Candlekeep mystery. You guys got a little bit of background last time. I'm not going to do a huge recap because it was mostly school stuff. You passed your exams. I don't need to narrate those again. You were stressed enough the first time. And we won't go through that until finals week. But that's after Xanthoria. But most importantly, you all got a visitor at the end of the last session, courtesy of Tom Baudet, Sir Talavar, who was sent to the Sword Coast originally on a mission from the Summer Queen, and looking for help with his particular conundrum. He came to some of the most magical people he knows. 4 college students who helped him out of a cage and not get eaten by snakes one time.
When you put it like that, I feel like we should tell him to go somewhere else.
No, you guys are way higher level than you were.
Dude, that's how I've met like half of my colleagues at work, so it's not a big deal.
You guys have like, I'm trying to think, because that was at the beginning of Witchlight. You guys have like doubled in level since you met Sir Talavar, because that would have been like around level 8.
Yeah.
And now you're 16.
Look, some couples have really cute meeting stories, and some adventurers have really weird stories about how they met NPCs.
It's fine. His hot air, in case anyone has forgotten, the hot air balloon he was in crashed onto the slanty tower in Prismere, in the, which one is it? Hither is the first one. The horrible swampy land of Hither, and he was stuck in a cage, like a bird cage, hanging from a tower, and there were a bunch of giant snakes, and you guys saved him, and it was great. And he was very happy. And also, he's got a great mustache, and who doesn't fucking love a little fairy dragon with a sword and a mustache? So yeah.
Mustache.
But where we left off was Tom Baudet and Sir Talavar bringing out the book Xanthoria, the lichen-covered, sort of swollen old tome that perhaps will have some clues in it as to what your next adventure is going to be about. Does everybody remember the information that Sir Talavar gave you last time, or do we need to go back over that?
People were getting sick, and then they started walking around like weird, just saying the name, and then they turned into goo.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
They were saying Xanthoria was the word they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and at that is when Tom Baudet brought you the book.
Underworld has ruined me. I can't spell lichen correctly. There we go.
Just realized that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Underworld definitely invented that word.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you guys
Yeah,
like
go
to do?
Read the book!
Yeah.
Sereia wants to call Winna
Okay.
after we read this book. Just somebody don't even forget that.
Actually,
That's
the
a
book,
lady who might know some shit.
the book looked really gross. Does someone else want to touch it? And then I'll just sort of read over your shoulder.
I'll have Dutch turn the pages. Dutch can't get sick, so we'll just stand there and like hold it. The pages.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a big book.
Dutch is a-
it's
Dutch is a big boy.
I just
a big
mean
boy.
for how long you guys are gonna have
Oh,
to
yeah.
all stand there reading it.
Can we take this to the nearest Kinko's and have some scans made, and I'll peruse it in our own time?
I was gonna say, yeah, you can take it to Fantasy Kinko's, but that's a sex thing. So no.
No, I'm just
The
So no.
fantasy FedEx store,
Fantasy
maybe?
Kinko's where all your dreams come true.
Got a kink for
you.
It's right there. Somebody call Griffin McElroy. Got a great idea to sell to him. You can't take it out of La Biblioplex, but there are sort of like study rooms and other offices and stuff around. So you can hang out in Tom Baudet's office. You could take it into one of the study rooms nearby.
Okay.
Make some notes and stuff. Okay.
Once nobody's looking, we just tear out the pages and then distribute them amongst ourselves.
No, you don't do that.
I'll cast mending on it afterwards.
Okay. Great. What a
don't
great way
wanna
to
rip
treat
up the
library
magical book.
property.
No.
No,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
not wreck the
Actually,
magical
you
book.
try to rip it, and it just immediately fixes itself.
It slices your hand.
It's
No,
magic as hell.
That's a
Like a
rude book.
terrible paper cut that won't heal forever.
Flaps this little page at you like, what the fuck are you doing? The book's not
Looks-
sentient.
Like you try to take a page and the book just goes, "Hey, my piss off! Stop touching my pages."
Yeah, it just yells at you. Okay,
All right, we read.
you just read the book.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maybe we should do
Shifts.
some other like
I'm
Oh.
planning on what, depending on what we find in the book, probably like go to Thay or something for some magical booster shots.
Booster shots. Okay.
She's an alchemist.
Because there's lichen on the book.
Well, no, I mean for like some potions that might make us like immune to diseases or something like that, or help us with
Oh, I
disease
see.
poison resistance. But I want to know what the book says first to go in with more information.
Okay, so we're gonna read the book.
Yes.
You guys can trade off if you want. Start searching through. I assume you guys are one of you is taking notes probably. So yeah, you do a different. I want like a chill like. That'll do it. Yeah. So you, I guess, have Dutch open the book. In one of these study rooms. Again, as far as you can tell, the only ones having touched it so far, Tom Baudet and Dutch, but it's been on a shelf, it's been sitting on a desk, it's now sitting on a table, it hasn't done anything so far. Who's to say? But yeah, it at least doesn't seem to have any effect.
I don't step in bugs anymore, and I don't touch lichen-covered books.
I think that's fair. Yeah, so the book kind of give you just a rundown of what it says. So it starts off, the first sort of section of it is actually this, and for you guys' purposes, it's all handwritten. This book is it's all script, and there's notes in the corners and scratch outs and everything, so it's like a one-of-a-kind sort of original edition of whatever this is. But it starts off with this set of like scientific essays. It's like this little collection of essays written by the author, essentially they're about different creatures and like biomes and things like that, but they get more and more specific. But the focus of all of them are natural symbiotic relationships. So creatures this person has studied or had a long time to study and sort of note these symbiotic relationships in nature that they found very interesting. And as it goes on and you kind of get through the essays, it starts to get more personal. There start to be more notes, and then some of it just kind of turns into like journal entries and observations and things. There takes a turn sort of about halfway through where both the tone of the like journal entries themselves and the research change. There's a location mentioned that I don't think any of you are familiar with called the Lykortha Expanse. It's spelled Lykortha. And it's written about, it's only mentioned by name a couple of times sort of in this more like formal writing, but in the journal entries it's not really referenced except as this person's home. And they also mention the forest near this expanse at some point. It turns to this less formal writing where this person has started like keeping track, basically like chronicling their days, and they mention some sort of incursion or invasion, and then the research completely shifts and changes into that of trying to learn about undead and gaining insight into how they function. And then towards the end, it becomes fragments and thoughts and sort of stream of consciousness becoming pretty much incomprehensible. And then at the end, it turns back to scientific writing and some kind of experimentation. It's really hard to parse. Those of you that are more inclined to that kind of stuff, it doesn't really make sense. And then it very suddenly ends.
At any point, there's no name for the author.
There's no name for the author. There are a couple of names, proper nouns, and a couple of names that I think you guys can pick out, because there are some, as the sketches and the notes in the margins get like stranger and stranger, they start to appear more and more, even though there's not a lot of context for them. And I will post these in the chat as well for you guys, just for spelling purposes. And these are capitalized, so they could be names, they could be places. You're not really sure. One of them is the word mycorji, which is Mycorji, and one is Shadakla, Shedaklah. And alongside those, quite often, you will see scribbled in different places and in different notations the number 222. Frequently throughout the latter half of the book, but pretty much devoid of explanation.
You said that number is near, like, around the names, like, in reference to the names, or seems to just be something
It's all
else that is
all
mentioned?
over the place.
Okay. Does the book ever explain what Xanthoria is?
Nope.
Okay. Just a word that we have heard now. That's the title of this book and what the sick people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got it. Well, that's interesting. In a sort of beautiful mind kind of way.
It's like a weird hive kind of thing, you know? Like one person gets infected and then they all start unanimously saying it. Maybe it's like, I don't know.
They turn into slime, right? And the name, the word, the mycorji, that kind of sounds like myconid, right? Like the little mushroom people.
Mm.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think they usually turn into puddles after a week.
I don't think so.
I'm not an expert.
But
I've
maybe,
never met one personally.
but maybe just like mushrooms, like fungi. You know.
I
Could
mean, that sounds along the right line.
Yeah.
we're in a library. Is
Was that a
there
question?
it was kind of a question. More of a
Statement.
statement.
We're in a library.
Correct. The Biblioplex is in fact a library.
That's what all these books are
and
for.
drink.
Oh no, wait, actually roll me an investigation check.
library.
Let me see. Do I know we're in a library?
Do you know you're in a library now?
Does Law know?
You know. If there's
That's
any
a natural 1 for a 12.
Law sort of shakes awake after having been reading for several hours and is like, we should go. You have this thought, like, we should go.
We need to go to the
we should
library.
Law.
Law,
Yes.
We're in the library.
look to the left.
Good. I
Look to the
manifested it.
right. There are books.
We got here so fast.
Law, as
We
far
are
as you're
here.
concerned, you just use the power of your mind to teleport everyone to the library.
Mr. Tom Baudet, I assume he's nearby.
He's around, yeah.
He left a light on for us.
He always does. He's last minute. He rolls up.
I'm gonna do it every time, okay? I'm gonna do it every time. I'm gonna find a way to put it in every time.
Yeah, because
As
he's one
you
of the
should.
he's a big construct. He's got the big wheels at the bottom. In case anybody's forgotten what Tombo Dead looks
Yes.
like.
Well, that was my thought.
Um,
Do they function? Does Tom and the I assume there are others that have names that we have not learned.
Yes.
They function as kind of like reference systems. Like if I wanted to learn more about a specific thing and I asked him, could he find a book for us?
Yeah, or he could at least tell you where to look.
Because do we have any books in the library that might mention the like Quartet expanse?
The Lycorta Expanse. He like thinks for a second. He's calculating. Thinks for a second. Rolls off. And comes back with like maybe 3 other books.
Thank you.
Try these.
I will try them.
Hey, Sereia.
Yep.
You know, like nature and stuff, and some of the gross stuff in nature too. Like you're into that. Maybe we should do some looking around about like just like mushrooms, like weird mushrooms.
Yeah, I was also thinking maybe I could call Winna, since she knows a lot more than I do about nature.
Oh
But
yeah.
let's exhaust library options first, since
Okay.
we're here. So, yeah, I mean, the mycorrhizae sounds like it would be some sort of mushroom something. That's, I mean, it starts like MYC, which usually points in the direction of fungi. So let's go raid that area of the library. Or I guess we could ask somebody.
Tombo Dead rolls back in. 2nd floor, shelves 4 through 12.
Thanks, Tom.
I can meet you.
I'm gonna go help Giselle and Sereia look up Myconoid books.
Okay. Law, did you have any other questions about this book in particular?
The Xanthoria book?
Yeah.
Or the no. No, not at this moment.
Okay. The other 3 of you go to floor 2, shelves 4 through 12. There are a lot of books on mushrooms.
Good thing
What are you
we
guys
got
looking for in
3
particular?
people. I'm looking for anything about like the myconids in general. Pretty much about like their biology, like any unique facts about myconids that I could like I see can link back to this stuff.
Okay. You roll me an investigation
I'm-
check.
Okay.
We'll start there.
That's a 17.
That's
Hey.
pretty good. There's a lot of information about myconids. Myconids are a very broad group of creatures. There are many different kinds, many different types. There are many different myconid societies that are known about, some more well known than others. There's some most likely that are down in the Underdark somewhere that have never been discovered. But generally, what they all have in common is they live underground. Most of the time, there's some that live above ground in woods and swamps and things like that. For the most part, they live underground, way down into the Underdark. And let's see what else is sort of common through all of them. They tend to be generally peaceful creatures and less provoked. The group sizes they live in tend to vary between the different kinds. But generally, the ones that have all been discovered anyway communicate in generally the same way. They have sort of a semblance of, it's not really a hive mind because the different creatures have their own thoughts and personalities and things like that, but they all have this like telepathic connection, which they can grant to other beings in a variety of ways. The ones that are very well known use like spores for that. Yeah, they seem cool.
These guys seem pretty cool. I want to meet a myconid one day. I bet you they are fun guys.
I see what you did there.
Sereia, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Soraya wants to look up things on fungal diseases,
Ooh.
Fungal diseases.
like
Okay.
anything. She's looking for maybe not necessarily like in the mushroom section. She might have wandered over towards like natural medicine and that kind of stuff. And if there's anything for like, if there's any books on diseases that are spread by fungus to other creatures.
Okay. Yeah, roll me an
Specifically.
investigation check.
Oh, I get to roll my first actual roll on Foundry. This is not my strong suit.
I'll give you the help
Oh
action.
shit, that's a strong suit.
I
You
got
want
that's a flat ass 20, baby.
Ooh, that's 20!
Plus nothing.
That was like a really
intense.
Never
intense
mind.
22.
You only-
It was just like bam, 20.
Goes
It didn't even
over
roll.
to help, and she just opens the book to the exact page. I'm like, never mind, I'll
Yup.
find my old book.
So a 20. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of information about this kind of thing. The research that has been done into like fungal diseases, fungal infections, I think is sort of really what you're looking for. The ones that are contagious and how they spread. I got a lot of information I gotta parse through here. I will say, one of the words for a fungal infection, which I really, really like, is a mycosis or mycoses. I think the things that you find that are generally in common with all of them, most of them, the ones that are well known at least, are not very highly contagious. Some of them can be contagious. Generally, you have to come into physical contact with some kind of infection to then get it. They generally start on the exterior of the body, and if untreated can move deeper, progressing through skin and then muscle and then eventually into bone, where they can be really deadly if you get the wrong one. And most of the well-known ones, though, are very treatable, especially with a combination of magic, poultices, potions. Paladins and clerics are kind of built for that kind of thing. So if you have access to any of that, there's also a lot of natural remedies, things that are just like naturally antifungal. You find mentions of a few like herbs here and there. But there's a lot of them. I will say this. You don't find one that after 7 days turns you into a pile of ooze. The ooze seems to be a sort of the outlying symptom or sign in the situation. I don't remember which one is symptoms and which one's is signs. But it's one of them. So yeah, the ooze still, I think, strikes you as odd. Look it up 'cause I don't remember. Giselle, what are you looking for? Symptoms are subjective and can be perceived by the person affected. Signs are objective findings that can be seen or measured. So the ooze is a sign.
That's a big sign. Okay, can we look at... This is from that expanse, yeah?
It's
what was-
really the only location that was mentioned, except
Okay.
for some kind of surrounding forest.
There are a lot of forests here in Faerun too. It better not be my forest. Is it the Western Misty Forest?
You've never heard of this place, so it's probably not, at least nearby.
Okay, good. Phew. I don't need weird-ass mushroom slime in my forest with all of my exchange students partying. Okay. Then let's do a bit of a cross-reference. Can I look up, like, fungus in that expanse area? Like, natural plants and fungi from that area?
Yeah, let's roll an investigation check.
Okay. That's not bad. 15 plus 8, 23.
The numbers, they keep getting bigger. I'm proud of you guys for all the studying you're doing. Yeah, you using some notes that you took from Xanthoria itself and kind of the mention of the Lycortha expanse, you are able to find a couple of mentions of it. I'll show you guys the map of Faerun really quick.
Ooh.
So I don't think my zooming has any effect on you guys. But yeah, you're able to get at least a general location. Let me see if I can show chat the map as well. I sure can. So if you're looking at this wonderful map we have of the Sword Coast and a lot of Faerun, if you go over to the coast, right, where Waterdeep and everything is, and you go directly north, all the way up to right below the spine of the world, there is, I can see your cursors that show me you're paying attention. There is a forest called the Lurkwood, and there is a cavern called the Great Worm Cavern. Doing some sort of cross-referencing, you get the impression, you don't know exactly where it is, but you do get the impression that it is in that area somewhere. I don't remember how to ping. I can do it. Can you guys see my measures?
Yes.
I'll remember how to ping in a minute, but so right in this general vicinity, right, you've got right below the spine of the world, you've got Lurkwood, you've got the Great Worm Cavern. You know there is like a village or two kind of north of the Lurkwood, kind of right here in between it and Mirabar before it really turns into like mountains. So there's probably some settlements in here. But yeah, you've got this kind of area is what you're working with.
Okay. Lurkwood, not Misty Forest. I can deal with that. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's really far away from your forest.
Yes. Phew.
Oh, and then you had asked about types of mushrooms that grow there.
Yes.
So in the Lurkwood, it's pretty much your standard stuff. It is getting up that far north, it gets very cold. It's not quite, you're not quite up to the glaciers and the Endless Ice Sea and Icewind Dale and all of that, but you are getting very far north. So the Lurkwood has a lot of stuff that can, it has seasons, you know, a lot of your pretty much standard stuff, but stuff that would be able to grow back after a pretty harsh winter. Is the main thing that you're looking at. When you get up into Great Worm Cavern, even up in like Raven Rock and then towards the spine of the world, especially in those underground passages and everything, you get a lot of stuff that grows in wet environments, stuff that can grow in the dark, a lot of bioluminescent fungus, and things like that.
Bioluminescence kind of cool. But it doesn't turn people into a big pool of slime.
I know I'm downstairs, but question.
Yeah.
So Sir Talabar was telling us where this plague is currently breaking out. Where was that?
He pretty much said along the Sword Coast.
Okay.
I don't think he gave you any like specific locations. The last town he came from was, I had it on here. The last unaffected town that he came from, it's not on the Faerun map, but is up in the mountains. It's called Griffin's Roost. He came from up there and it hadn't yet spread that far, but down through, if you're going sort of down from Mirabar down the long road, you've got Longsaddle there, you've got Tribor, you've got Yartar over to the side. In that area, though, they're really struggling.
Man, they were just dealing with an apocalypse a few years ago.
Yeah, they
God
just had
damn
that
it.
whole apocalypse.
So rough. I bet insurance costs have really gone up over there, damn.
Okay, so the They confirmed that this is the expanse, the Lycortha expanse, that is in the Lurkwood.
You don't know exactly. Based on some cross-referencing and just the general description of the area and having a wood nearby, somewhere along the Lurkwood and up by the foot of the Spine of the World is probably your best bet.
Okay, but the infection hasn't made it up that far, according to what this book says.
Well, you don't know about the
Or according
Lurkwood
to what
itself.
they said.
Yeah,
Sorry, for Talvar said.
Yeah, Sir Talavar said you don't know about the Lurkwood itself. You know when he was last in Griffin's Roost, they were all okay. There are some towns south of there that he knows have been struggling with the infection, so they're in the general vicinity. But
Okay.
there's not a lot of like civilization within the Lurkwood itself because of all of like the wildlife and everything that lives there. So it kind of splits like what's going on in the mountains and what's going on underneath it a little bit.
So clues as we have them right now, just to summarize.
Mm-hmm.
There's infection going on that's causing people to say the word Xanthoria before they turn into puddles of goo. That infection is kind of spread throughout the Sword Coast, at many towns there, but hasn't spread throughout the entirety of it. Hasn't gone too far north, or I imagine too far south. It's kind of like in that central area. Okay. The word Xanthoria has led us to this book, which has a bunch of research done, or like chronicling symbiotic relationships. Mentions something called the Lycortha expanse.
And undead.
That sort of devolves into talking about some sort of incursion and trying to learn about the undead and how they function.
Correct.
Okay. But we don't know what Xanthoria is exactly, unless they're talking about this book and this specifically. Okay.
In any research we would try to look up for Xanthoria, it just brings us right back to this book.
Do you want to look specifically?
I would like to, because
Did the books that Tom gave me about the Lycortha expanse give anything other than what we found so far?
Ooh, that's a good question. So roll an investigation check. It's your turn.
Okay.
Just go around the table.
I figured that might help Wally on their question too.
Yeah.
That's only a 15.
Okay. You find... Okay, I'll say this. You don't find any mention of Xanthoria specifically in what you're looking through. You do find some chronicling of the Lycortha expanse. From what you can tell, it does seem to be some kind of underground location, like a cavern system or something like that, just based on the way it's described. You find a little bit of the history of the area. There's not a whole lot about the Lycortha expanse except in like mentionings, just every now and then. You do find one record. It's this little this like very niche like historian that was writing about this like very specific event in which a clan of druids, they think, who had made their home in the Lurkwood, very suddenly disappeared. They didn't have a lot of contact with the outside world. The only really contact they did was trading. Every once in a while, somebody would come to them if they were very sick, something like that. You know, they very much kind of kept to themselves. They didn't turn people away necessarily, but they wanted to kind of keep to themselves in their own society. So they lived in Lurkwood. And then very suddenly, they were gone. They found very little just like the sort of the remnants of whatever like previous camp they had left behind, and some trackers from a nearby village followed what tracks they could eventually up kind of into the foot of the spine of the world and into this cave system where they then lost track of them.
Yeah. And that was the Great Worm Cavern.
They don't mention the Great Worm Cavern necessarily, but it is in that general area. So you can probably put together, if it's not the Lycortha Expanse, it's the same general kind of vicinity that they're talking about.
Creepy.
Yeah.
And carved in the tree was the word Roanoke.
That's exactly where my brain went.
That's where my brain went too with this.
So the people from those boats actually just turned into mushroom people and went down into an underground cave system where they live today.
And that's how myconids were
Yeah,
created.
that's where myconids came from. I want to do any research on this name because see if like there's anything like related to the name. Does this name pop up anywhere else, or like anything like remotely similar to it, or something like that?
Sure.
Did you mean Xanthura, the play series about children that are sucked into a spaceship that totally ripped off Jumanji?
Well, actually, it didn't rip it off. Giselle is actually the official sequel to the children's book Jumanji.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it
Learned
is.
something new.
It's got Josh Hutcherson in it.
Mm-hmm. Josh Hutchinson's in it, yeah.
And
but
Kristen Stewart.
The
Yeah.
book is the official sequel to Jumanji.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
To see if you get. I gotta look through the rest of Candlekeep and see if one of
That's a
these
20.
books will Jumanji you. A 20. You find one mention of the word Xanthoria. In these many books, again, in this very, very niche sort of book, one of the ones that Law has picked out, you're sort of helping alongside everybody do some research, and you come across just a very, very brief mention of this is like some old archived half research, half journal of an old, much like Alcazar, who just kind of did whatever he wanted, an old explorer, who mentions coming across a small clan of druids in their travels, and mentions one of them by name, a druid of Sylvanas named Xanthoria.
Damian writes that down. Hey guys, so I got something on this person's name.
It's a person?
It's a person. Well, specifically, it's a druid of Sylvanas.
What?
Wait. So we had some druids that just like up and poof, like disappeared, and now we have a druid with the same name.
Yup, that's what it's looking that way.
Big brain.
Well, yeah, your brain is huge, but
No, the expression. So like the druids that disappeared, maybe they disappeared and they went underground, and now they're like all like mushroom people,
oh,
but bad mushroom people. Because we found out that mushroom people are actually pretty chill.
No, mushroom people are pretty chill, but just maybe something with these mushrooms are definitely linked to this druid, and maybe this big druid of Sylvanas, maybe they are something that's kind of like I don't know, maybe like a patient zero kind of thing.
Well, maybe the whole thing was an accident.
Yeah.
Either way, it seems like we need to find Xanthoria or what happened to Xanthoria in order to figure out how to stop this from happening.
Mm-hmm.
They're
maybe
connected
they
to
have
it
a
somehow.
cure.
Either they caused it or they know how to stop it.
Or maybe they just came across it randomly.
Yeah. They have to have a. I mean, if everyone who gets sick is saying this person's name, I'm assuming they either started it or can stop it, or both.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're all just like Santara, blah, and like trying to move toward him.
All right.
well, I think I've got enough information now to maybe give Winna a ring.
Yeah,
if
to
you
win.
want to go do that, since I don't know an older druid.
Maybe they were like friends or something.
How
Or
old is
lovers.
Winna?
I
I know
don't
she's like 800 because like she kind of knows your grandpa, Damian.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
think-
Grandpa knows a lot of people.
He's also old.
Yeah, I don't know how old she is, and I'm not gonna ask, but she's old.
I feel like that's something that like I couldn't ask because I don't know her very well. But come on, she's your winner. Like you can ask the question. Come on.
I mean, I probably could ask her, but honestly, I don't want to know because what if it's like a really scary answer?
That's really
Because
cool
then I'm gonna have-
though.
But then I'm gonna have the existential, like dread of like, oh, what am I gonna do when I'm that old? Like.
I know what I do.
Are you related to Winna, like biologically?
No.
Okay. Oh, but you mean like when you become like a big time druid?
Yeah, allegedly it's do you remember the Hall of Mirrors?
Uh-huh.
Where I just stopped aging at some point?
Right. You like live forever and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a byproduct of being a druid. So, again, these are things that weren't discussed with me before I, started using magic. I just kind of went with it. But yeah, I'm gonna.
Don't have an
wanna come
existential
with me?
crisis, but if it
Yeah,
comes
no, nothing
up,
to
like
worry about
totally
now.
ask her because that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm like 20. So
No. Respect your mental health. That's really important. But like, if you're like curious, like you
yeah,
could
at some
totally
point I'm
ask.
sure I'll ask her because we could ask like, how many years ago did you meet Damian's grandpa and see if we get like a straight
Oh
answer.
my god! Like, what if your grandpa is like a cougar? Like, maybe she's that much older, and like your grandpa's into older women. Oh.
I mean, the idea of my grandpa making out with someone is something I really don't want to think about, but
That's really fair.
I mean,
Have you guys
it
ever
makes
seen the
sense.
movie have you guys ever seen the play The Parent Trap?
Yeah, I've seen that play. Well, I like the original play with, when they got that one elf lady just to like repeat the role. You know, the one with the cute, when she had the cute little blonde bob cut. You know that elf, right? I forgot her name, but she has a really cute blonde bob cut. And she was in that other play about, the elf who goes to the town to raise a bunch of rich kids and they run away from a bunch of soldiers in the end. But whatever.
I don't think I've seen that one. Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to Winna or go send her a message since she's not really that great about answering things right away, but we'll see. Depends on where she is. Yeah, maybe she can give us some information, and if not, I'll just say hi. Does anybody want to come with me for that?
I do.
Or, okay.
I'll be there to
my-
hold your hand so that you don't go into existential dread. And then maybe you can ask her how old she is.
I'm gonna do that today.
Okay.
That feels like a couple of her specialties in kind of
That's
a
fair.
conversation.
I'll still come with you though.
Okay.
Winna's
We'll go
specialty is a
send them.
Long Island iced tea.
It's a long thing, an iced tea with like 2 caps of mushrooms in it. Like, let's be
Yeah, right?
perfectly honest.
It's like, those bags of drugs that we found? Those were actually going to Winna. That crate that got stuck in the box.
She's
So
like the
many
kingpin
for her.
of the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
She's
might
actually
be.
a drug dealer.
She might be. Yeah, you can call Winna. Takes a little bit to get an answer from her. She does eventually answer. Yes.
Hi, Winna. So we're doing our you can stay in school projects as long as you do these things to catch up because we disappeared again.
We used to call
Um,
those schoolwork.
Well, it's not. It's kind of extra. Never mind. So
Think of it as work study. Hi, it's Giselle. I'm here too. Hi.
Oh yeah,
Hello.
Giselle's here.
Hi, Giselle. Lovely to hear from you.
We are okay. Does the name Xanthoria mean anything to you?
I hate it when you ask me these vague questions.
Oh, okay. So we found this book, and it's called Xanthoria. But there's also like a plague going around the Sword Coast. It seems like on part of it, where people are getting some sort of fungal infection and then turning into goo 7 days later after losing their autonomy. And they all say Xanthoria at some point. And then there's also a book that says Xanthoria, and it's all about a well, we put some clues together, and it sounds like there's a clan of druids that was in the Quarthet expanse up in maybe Low Lurkwood, and they disappeared at some point, and one of their names was Xanthoria, and so we think that maybe that's connected. And I figured, who do I know that might have some information on a clan of druids? That would be you.
This is true. It could be me. The name Xanthoria doesn't ring a bell, although this does remind me of this play I saw recently. Did I tell you I got out to see a play?
No, you didn't. Did
Quite
you go with
wonderful.
Gran?
It was called 28 Days Later. It was
Oh.
fascinating, terribly bloody. I quite enjoyed it. But you're saying a week, so it doesn't quite map. And Xanthoria I have not heard of. Lycortha I have heard mention of that before, at least in passing. You hear a bunch of rustling around and knocking books off shelves and paper and everything. Ah, here we go. Now, this map is quite outdated, but there is mention of some area, I believe it's some sort of cavern or cave system, near the Great Worm Cavern, or what is now the Great Worm Cavern. Definitely going to be underground. Well, these things tend to be strange when you're dealing with magic and magical locations. You know how it is. Things tend to shift and move with the tides. My recommendation is to ask the people that live there.
Oh,
Ask her about my Corgi or Shadakla.
she can hear you.
Oh yeah. Hi again.
Hi, Giselle.
Have you?
Microphone.
Yeah, you're on speaker. Sorry, we're in. It's private. It's just the two of us, though. So we also read some really weird words that kind of got us on the trail of maybe this being about mushrooms and the myconid and fungus and stuff. Have you heard of the words mycorgi or shadakla?
Now, those I have heard.
Yeah.
Although I'm loath to send you their way. Any other keywords or information, perhaps?
The number 222.
Yeah, 222.
I was afraid of that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well. I don't really know how to say this without it sounding scary. I've been alive a very long time, and I've had
About
many.
how long would that just takes the sending stone away so that Sereia doesn't need to hear if she doesn't want to. And about how long has that been?
Oh, after 1350, I sort of lost count.
Right, okay. You're back on speaker.
Oh, good. Yes, so the number 222 in conjunction, especially with my Corgi, Shadakla is much lesser known, but as it has many, many layers, that would be the 222nd layer of the Abyss.
Oh.
I don't recommend learning about the other 200, well, at least the other 221. Once you get past 222, they get very interesting. I have a lot of time to read.
Isn't there a demon lord that's all about rot and fungus and mushroom.
Why knows?
There are many, many demon lords. But the thing that has me questioning that is that you also. There's like a long pause. Oh.
You've put something together in your head, haven't you?
Well,
You're having a
potentially.
moment. We just can't see you. I'm sorry.
Potentially, but it's not fun if I give you all the answers. Now,
It's
if
fun
you,
for our grade.
if you are, well, no, you should do your homework yourself. If you are going to go into the abyss, which I don't recommend,
Probably don't want to do that.
I would just do a little more reading first.
About the abyss?
Well, the abyss is massive.
About the 222nd level of the abyss?
Also massive. But, I think if you look into that, you'll find what you're looking for.
Okay, I guess it's back to the library.
Good. It's good for you. Don't stay inside too long. Get some fresh air.
Yeah, we should touch grass at some point today.
Yes,
For sure.
that's what I always say. Kids
For
these
sure.
days should touch grass.
All right. Well, thanks, Winna. We'll let you get back to.
Do you want to have some private time, like to catch up? I can go over here and you can go off of speaker on the sending stone.
I mean, we just talked
You did? Oh, okay.
yesterday.
Just making sure.
But thank you. Okay. Bye, Winna. We'll talk to you if we survive this next round of book.
Be
Related
careful. Don't turn
adventures.
into ooze. I'm not cleaning it up.
Fair enough.
That's fair. Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Damn, more library time.
It's okay.
But at least we have another, really scary clue.
I know that someone talked about some like big scary demon lord that was like made out of fungus and like rotting stuff. I can't remember the name. I know it's a really weird name. I feel like it had like too many M's and B's in it. Shit.
That's
I'm gonna go look that
stuff
one up.
I read about. Okay, yeah. I'll go back to the library and I'll do some general reading about the layer of the abyss, and you can look at abyss lords or something.
I think it was a girl. I think it's a she.
We're just like
Just goes
talking about-
running
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Tom, I need your help.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here
I'm
to
sorry. So there's a demon lord that is all about like fungus and rotting and stuff like that. And I think it is a she, like pronounce she, her. But she's in the abyss, maybe somewhere near the 222nd level. What is her name?
Just sitting here thinking about asking all the demon princes for their pronouns before reading them. I'm sure we
Important.
have some books on the subject.
Look, I'm an adventurer and I hack and slash. I'm not an asshole.
You can hack and slash more than one way. I'm sure we have many books on the subject. Shall I look for some?
Yes, please.
Goes rolling off.
Damian.
Catch Damian and
Yeah.
and Law up on
Damian,
what Winna
law,
said.
abyss shit.
What about it?
From around the
Well-
corner, you just hear, "Will you guys shut the fuck up? This is a library."
Oh yeah, we should probably take all these.
This is a
into our study room.
library?
Oh,
Walked right into that one.
library.
It's just screaming around corners of the library.
So Winna said that our best bet.
She's like quieter now. As we're like moving towards one of the like one of those actual like study rooms and shutting the door with all of our books and stuff in there.
Is that she pulled out an old map. We could hear the pages rustling, and she said that there's like a cavern or cave system near the Great Worm Cavern that might be what we're looking for. but didn't know of Xanthoria personally. She says that our best bet is probably to ask the people who live near there. They'll probably have the information that we need if we're looking for like a cave system or something. And also some scary news. Why Giselle asked Tom to go find some books on Demon Lord of the Abyss. It's because Shadakla and the 222nd layer of the Abyss might. When I said that she wouldn't do our homework for us. She would just give me the answer. But
Rude.
that's what we said.
Wait.
It would have been great for our grade if she'd just given us the answer. But
Hold on, we had a song for all the layers in Sunday school. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was playing in the portals, joyous high forgotten lands.
It's a long song.
It's a really long song. It's a song that never ends.
An hour and a half later, you get to the 222nd layer.
Yeah, the songs for all 700. Tiefling Sunday School was very long.
Wild.
Which is crazy because tieflings aren't even from the Abyss.
No, but we had to know because the Blood War, and you'd learn about the thing.
Of course, the Blood War.
Yeah.
Of course.
Who
Damn
could forget?
Blood War.
Okay, so you sing your Sunday school song.
I sing my song for all like 700 levels of the Abyss.
Soraya falls asleep.
So you don't stop at 222.
No, I don't. I just keep going.
Okay, so 2 hours later, Law has sang the entire song.
Damon and Soraya are like sleeping like on each other.
It's like 4 in the morning.
Did that help?
what?
We're in a library.
You guys, I've read the entire section about the Abyss, so...
Somebody make
Giselle's
me
just like crunching
one,
on like caffeine pills.
one more investigation check. Or I'll tell you what, for this one, you could also do Arcana.
Ooh, I'd love to do Arcana.
Can we give Law advantage on this?
Sure.
With a help action?
Absolutely. Pretty high DC for
I
this
fell
one.
asleep during their song, so I will not be helping.
I will use my thingamajig.
Flash of Genius?
Flash of Genius for a 31.
Ah, damn.
There was a scale of DCs for this one, but the highest one was 30. Congratulations.
Got him.
We're so good at books, you guys.
We're fantastic at it.
200.
Don't let anybody tell you it was a waste.
You guys are really good. I'm so proud of you for doing all this research. This is not a thing you've always
We didn't just
done.
go straight there when we got a place.
Yeah.
You guys
I
were
was
some-
tempted.
Same.
I was real tempted.
I'm
I was
so
like, okay,
proud of
let's
you.
go.
I like the mystery, and I'd like to just. Here's the thing. I'd like to just be surprised.
Oh,
And
you're still gonna be
unprepared.
surprised.
Oh, I'm
Trust
sure.
me.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Now we'll be surprised still, but we won't be maybe as unprepared.
The with a 30. The 222nd layer of the Abyss, sometimes known as Shadachla, sometimes known as Maikorji, is home to 2 of the only demon lords who can coexist in each other's presence. Zuktmoy, demon queen of fungi, and Jubilex,
Yep.
demon prince of ooze.
I combined them. I was thinking of the first one, but that was like all the big, like bees and stuff was duplex. That's it.
Now that you know all that, I will say, you still have no idea what's going on.
No, I have no idea.
No, but at least we know there is definitely a tie between slime and mushrooms that isn't, not explainable.
There is precedent for in abyssal curses and magics creating essentially disease-like effects. So it could be something where their power is what is fueling this, and maybe somebody has channeled it.
So maybe
Well,
it's not an
well,
infection.
hold
Maybe
on.
what?
The beginning of the book, Xanthoria was obsessed with symbiotic relationships. Maybe Xanthoria themselves was obsessed with the symbiotic relationship between Zumoy and Jubilex, and in some way, shape, or form turned that into or in studying that turned it into a fungal disease accidentally. I don't know. I
Mushrooms
thought I
and
was on a
oozes.
train.
Or
and
on
I just
purpose.
derailed it.
Yeah.
Mushrooms and oozes like peanut butter and jelly. Just
Oh!
go together.
Giselle goes into the
I've never
corner
been
and
happier to be
starts
allergic
making
to
the
peanut
hairball
butter.
sound of a cat.
Giselle, no. Giselle, no. Point the other way, Giselle. Giselle, point the other way. Point the other way. Giselle, point the.
Think of happy things. Like delicious pepper sandwiches.
Well, based on
Right on the carpet.
I'm sorry, I tried to move. I'm sorry.
The tile was right there.
I'm sorry.
Roomba Tombo deck comes out too.
Clean the floor.
Never say that again.
This is normal. Tabaxi students are very common.
Yes.
It's better than
I
the
do
tiefling setting shit on
think-
fire all the time.
I do think that Window is right, though. I think we're gonna have to just go there and start poking around for answers.
Yeah.
People love when we do that.
Yeah,
can't
historically.
wait.
You might
it's-
have to sort of lead the way on this one if it's like druid
Got it.
circles and stuff.
Oh.
Not you. I'm looking directly at Sereia when I say this.
Can't you tell?
Yeah,
I
Sereia.
could tell.
Yeah, Sereia, you might have to sort of lead the way with this because, you know, you're more familiar with sort of like the customs and things, I would imagine.
Well, I'll do my best. I haven't met many other druids besides Winna, and she doesn't really roll in a circle. We're kind of a circle too. But
Okay. All right. It's 4 a.m, but I'm gonna go look up some druid circle etiquette really quick before I sleep for 20 hours.
How do you roll me?
She'll go with Giselle and talk to her about like what she does know about like the other druid circles besides the one that like she belongs to, because hers is just like it's not like a coven, you know. She's just the magical direction she chose, and
I'm gonna
it
have
was
your-
more based on aptitude more than it was aptitude for setting things on fire more than it was
More than shared beliefs or anything.
yeah.
Listen.
When it was like, you know what? Never. How about you?
You make
go
fire?
with
I make fire! Hey!
Sometimes we have strange things in common. Sometimes that's I'm a druid who could burn down the whole forest.
I'm a part of the Druid Circle of Arson. Pleased to meet you.
It's a new
That's
addition to the
me.
pantheon.
Yeah.
God arson.
Yeah, we're gonna get it in one D&D.
Put a parentheses in there. Parentheses. You put a apostrophe in there somewhere. Forget about
Arson.
it. Arson.
Arson. Two
Arson.
Ns.
Make me, Giselle. You can do this with advantage because Sereia is with you. I'm not about to sit here and make up a bunch of druid etiquette. You guys can have fun with that.
Cool.
But, roll me some kind. Is this some kind of charisma based for
maybe
internalizing diplomacy?
like a persuasion?
Sure,
Okay.
you can have advantage. Sereia
Sweet.
vaguely understands this at least
Sweet.
as a concept.
Yeah! That's a 19 on my Van die, plus 15 is a 34.
Oh, you're gonna do
God
great.
damn.
If you run into any druids, forget about it. You're gonna do great.
Thank you.
We'll
I've
come
got
up with
this.
what that is if it comes up.
Quite
We are now
honestly,
experts in druid circle etiquette. Got it.
In all
I'll
of the
be-
bullshit that I do write down, druid circle etiquette was not one of them. But
that's really fair. But quite honestly, a lot of it is really similar to like a lot of the families, you know, that like my family has dealt with over the years, you know. So yeah, it's just about, you know, showing the respect and you know,
to their individual, things that they hold
kiss
dear.
the ring, as it were, you
Yeah.
know.
Bringing the finest kush.
my next D&D
Yeah,
character,
drugs are always good.
somebody help me remember that you guys helped me come up with this. My next D&D character is gonna be a druid whose clan is like straight up a mafia family.
Yes, I love
Can you
it.
imagine?
I like that.
That's
Yeah,
so good.
So great.
that's badass.
They grow their own. It's
I
awesome.
gotta figure out what circle that would be, but I don't think it matters. That's really fun.
I
with
don't
me.
think it does.
Oh.
I love it.
Anyway, put
I'd
a
like
pin
to.
in that.
I'd like to, in the time before we leave, start an arts and crafts project.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Want to make us some magical hazmat suits, vis-a-vis periaps of health.
Interesting. Okay. Want to remind the people at home what those do?
So it's an uncommon item, does not require attunement. You are immune to contracting any disease while you wear this pendant. And if you're infected with the effects of the disease are suppressed while you wear the pendant.
Interesting. Okay. I'll say. You can make these as like a sort of general protection against disease. Not knowing exactly how this works, hard to say how effective it's going to be, but it's at least a good sort of starting point for a first line of defense.
Yeah, I figured we don't really know much about it, and this would at least if it is a disease, it would protect us. If it's something otherwise, more magical, then it's not going to help. But it's essentially,
if you come into contact with it, it'll also give you some kind of idea of what it's.
Some magical prophylactic.
I like that. Everybody, you can make those for,
It's
a certain amount of time and a certain amount of gold.
It's an uncommon item, so I can do it in a quarter of the time for half the gold. So.
How the fuck do you spell that word?
Periapt.
Periapt? Is that how you say
Periapt.
it? This is a periapt of health. Oh, the picture is kind of fun. Is that an arm holding a ring, holding a heart with two faces on it? What the hell is going on?
Yep, it is.
What the hell is going on here? Okay. Uncommon item. Let's see. You think I would remember where I kept my freaking table for these? I have one. Where did I put it? How about there they are. Crises? No. No, I don't want to link to the sane magic item pricing table. I don't particularly enjoy that table. This one. There's my Xanathar's table. Okay.
Yeah, I found it.
I knew I had it in somewhere. Okay. So the range, because this is the one that has ranges, right? Sorry, guys. I know this must be riveting. I don't know why I don't always look for it before games, because I know you're gonna... I know you're gonna ask for this. Let me just pull up some others. I know it's in there. Magic items. Knots. No, not tying knots. Tying knots does not help us, yeah.
So in Xanathar's, it says 2 work weeks and 200 gold pieces.
Okay. And you cut them down into
a quarter of the time.
Quarter of the time and half the gold?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 weeks for 4. Because it would be
yes,
a quarter of that for for 1. And then half the gold, so that would be 400 gold.
Yes.
2 weeks and 400 gold.
I can pay for mine.
Sorry it took me so long to find the table, you guys. I know I have it somewhere.
I mean, we could actually pay for them because we got money from that
you guys
last
do have a shit ton of money right now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, don't take gold for ours. We can give it to you.
Yeah.
So it'll be
already
100
used
apiece.
mine.
Yee.
Right? Yeah, 100 apiece.
I leave Law a 5 gold tip. That's how you do this, right?
You get
I don't know.
105 from Giselle.
That's like, well, standard commission's like 20%. That's fine. But don't worry. Just kidding.
Friends and family discount.
Yeah,
That's
also-
Stolico. She walks away.
She gave you a 5% tip.
Yeah. Wow. I saw you pay the person, the waiter we got dinner from last night, more than that.
Like a 100%.
Servers, you always do 30%. Come on, everyone knows this.
Okay.
Okay.
I bequeath to everyone their Periaps of Health.
Let me see if those are in the foundry thing. Let's see. Where did I put the SRD?
Which
SRD?
can I say mine look different than the
They
one?
can, yeah, tell us what they look like. You're making them.
It looks like 2 pieces of bread
Okay.
with mushrooms and slime in between.
Okay.
And a arrow sticking through it like a toothpick.
Oh,
Giselle puts it as an anklet,
I love
so
it.
she doesn't have to look at it.
So the item itself I've added to Foundry now, so if you go to the items tab, you should be able to see it.
Oh, cool.
oh, sweet.
I don't know how to add things to the character sheet, so I'll have to figure that out, but it is there for your reference, just so everyone knows what it does. Okay. So that takes you about 2 weeks to get all of them done. I'm imagining in the meantime you guys are doing a little bit more research, kind of mapping out where you want to head to. So what?
Actually getting to go to other classes while we're here, which is crazy.
Yeah, you guys do go to a few classes along the way. Everyone's shocked.
Except for Law, because I spend the whole time crafting.
Yeah, Law does not go to class, but again, no one's surprised. So what? You guys have a couple of locations. Where do you want to go?
Do we want to go to what was the name of the fort something or
The town? Griffin's Roost.
Griffin's
I'll
Roost?
do a little drawing on the map.
And that's the one where it hasn't taken over yet, yeah?
Yeah.
When Sir Talavar was there, that's where he came from. There wasn't any illness there, but again, that's been a couple of weeks, so
Is that near the Lurkwood?
I'm gonna draw a little dot.
Oh, lovely. Because I figure if we started a town near the Lurkwood and near the cave,
Yeah.
get
Here.
good entry point.
You see my little blue circle?
Yes.
In just want to move it. No. Stop being a butt.
I say we
it's in
just
that
start
general
all the
vicinity.
way down in like Baldur's Gate and just work our way north.
Right on the. Can you guys see that little like outcropping? Like it's like right at the bottom.
Oh,
of
I
the
see it.
mountain
Yeah.
Spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in there. So it's not that big. It's a pretty small town, but it's
Okay.
it's up there.
Yeah, we should.
It's kind of one of the
That's
last
a good place to start.
bastions of civilization before you get into the spine of the world.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
I think
Are
that's a
we-
great place to start as any.
Are we able to, does anyone know how to teleport yet? If we were going to a different plane of existence, I could take care of it, but...
Actually,
Can
I can.
We are in a different plane of existence, aren't we? We're in Strixhaven.
Technically, yeah, you guys are not in Faerun. You're in Arcavios, which is a different plane.
Oh.
Yeah, I have
Well,
teleportation, but if
We
you
could
do that-
either... Oh, actually, this is good, this is good. So, since teleport's probably a little easier than the plane shift, why don't we take a quick pit stop to my western misty forest? Because I want to maybe ask my patron about this. This seems sort of... I don't
maybe
know.
something about.
It's naturey in some capacity, but also kind of magical. So I thought maybe I'd ask him something. But so we can take my portal to the Western Misty Forest, then we're in Faerun, and then we can teleport since we'll be on the same plane of existence. Is that fair?
That's better than doing that, because if I'm going to teleport from there to here, I really need to try hard.
Cool. Can we do that?
Sure.
Works for me.
Me?
That's what you guys want to do. So we'll go through the portal into the Misty Forest.
Oh shit, I left my portal in my other purse. I'll be right back.
The Misty Forest, which is quite a ways down the coast. Let's see. We've got... I really got to figure out how to ping. I'm sure there's a button for it. But for now. So you guys are sort of headed up here. Misty Forest. Right down.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, I can move the screen with the measure tool. This is fun. Down here by the High Moor. Closest major city it's closest to, I think, is Waterdeep. Yeah, Waterdeep. So that's where we'll start. It's down in the Misty Forest. And I think that's a great place for us to take a break. I'm so proud of all of your research and mystery solving. Thanks, everybody. Oh, what?
It's long press. If you just click and hold.
That makes sense, actually. Oh, that ping is really intense, huh?
Yeah.
They're very flashy. I like them. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm like clicking around, like, didn't think to long press. Oh,
We
wait.
did it!
The
We did
arrow-
research!
That arrow was cool. Who's doing the arrow?
That might be me. If you shift and long click.
It's just doing measurement. Oh, there it go. Oh.
We're
It
learning about
pans.
Foundry.
It pans to that
It
spot.
pans to it. Oh, I see. Okay. Excellent work. We've all learned some new commands today in Foundry, and I'm very proud of us. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Stick around. We're going to take a quick break because I have a lot I want to get to, and I'm very excited about this adventure and all of the wonderful things I've added to it. Because guess what? Griffin's Roost is made up and not part of the module made up. Part of my brain made up because I like this adventure and I wanted to do more of it. So we'll be back in just a quick few minutes. Get a snack, drink some water, do a stretch your back out. I know we're all hunched at our computers, and we'll be back with you very soon. So, and peruse the store while you're at it. Let's see if you want to buy anything from our wonderful characters here. That's all. We'll be back very soon. Stick around. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We stretched, we got some snacks, we got some drinks, we talked about what would happen in emergency situations for a little bit, because some of us have anxiety, and now we can go play Dungeons & Dragons again. I hope you guys had a relaxing break as well. Let us pick up where we left off, I guess. So, any other preparations you guys want to make before you head into the Misty Forest and then north to the Lurkwood and Griffin's Roost?
Maybe packing some cold weather supplies if we're gonna be like underground or by the mountains.
It's not a bad
That's a good
idea.
idea. Some fur-lined cloaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just leave your desert attire at home.
Yeah, just
Probably.
pack the warm
Rain
stuff.
gear, warm stuff.
Okay.
Do we want to buy any potions? Do we need any potions? Let me look at my
We may
inventory.
need some potions because I think we did use some of them the last time.
Val, you wanted to talk
What?
to Thay? You still want to do that?
Oh. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll do that quickly.
I have 4 regular healing and 1 superior,
I
just
have
a heads up.
one greater is all.
I have 1 greater.
I have 4 regular.
So we've got a good amount.
And some antitoxins, I think.
Those could be useful too.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over, talk to Thay real quick.
Okay. Yeah, her and Order are home. They have a little apartment together now.
Gross.
It's cute. Very nicely
And knock it-
decorated with weird shit and a lot of books.
I knock.
Did you just describe your own house?
Yeah.
I love
Well,
it.
because when we lived together in college, Val had a fuck ton of law books and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck ton of psychology books, buying a bunch of law books. And I was in theater and had a bunch of weird shit. There you go. Yeah, you go over, you knock after a minute. I think Thay answers the door. Oh. What do you want?
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What do you want?
Why do you assume that I want something?
Because you just knocked on my... Or are you just knocking on my door for fun?
Maybe I just want to come over and say hi.
Well, that is wanting something. Come in.
Thank you.
Order! Boss here.
Sup?
Sup?
How's everything going? I don't think I've been over at your place. Is this new?
It's about a year old at this point, but it's pretty nice.
Looks
It's got
nice.
built-in shelves in the second bedroom, which is really nice.
I finally got all my stuff out of deep storage and have a dorm room again, so
Your last year, you're going to stay in the dorm?
I don't know where else I would stay.
Fair.
We decided we're living with Giselle.
But I want my space. I have my workshop. It's just in the dorm.
Yeah.
So
You want something to drink? Or are you... Thay's just standing, like, looking at you.
yeah, actually, Thay, I had some questions for you, sort of a professional inquiry.
So you did want something.
Yes, I did want something.
Okay, why don't you just say this?
I don't know, because usually if I say I want something, then you're like, kick rocks.
Maybe 3 years ago.
For me, it hasn't been 3 years, so I don't know how much has changed.
Oh, well, because you were so mature before. What do you want?
We are going on another sort of extra credit assignment.
Okay.
Dealing with a plague of sorts.
Okay.
Um,
I'm assuming this is not in Arcavios. I feel like I would have heard about it.
no, this is in Faerun.
Right. That place is weird.
It's weird. They're always dealing with something. I honestly, that's why I don't go there that often. I think so. Anyway, so we're going there. There's some sort of weird plague. We think it has something to do with some demon lords. I'm just gonna fill them in on what we learned. Give them the rundown.
Oh, yeah, that is really weird.
Right. So
Losing
I threw
disease
some.
I've heard of. Fungal disease I've heard of. Never both.
Right. So I threw something together. Show them my periapts of health. Supposed to ward off disease, but I don't exactly know what we're dealing with. And given that this is more of a biological thing, I thought, Thay, with your specialty, you might have some suggestions or maybe some concoctions that you might be able to share.
I could certainly look. I'd need some samples and to do a little bit of research into what you're talking about to really even begin to try to make something that would combat it. But there's a lot of potions and poultices out there, pretty standard stuff that at least like try to ward against disease. If disease is really what you're looking at, if you're talking about, demon princes, you're also getting into cursed territory there, which is a little outside my area of expertise.
Yeah. So, I've been able to make these help the people wearing them. Obviously, I can't make enough of these to protect like a lot of people. It's only temporary. Like you throw the magic stops working once you take it off. I was hoping, and you bring up a good point. If I could get something back to you, the people that are suffering from this only live for about 7 days. So it's a pretty tight turnaround. But if I could get you a sample or something safely, do you think you could make something that might stop or pause at least the effects until we can figure out what's going on?
I won't know until I look at it, but I'm willing to try. If you can figure out who's going to do all the homework I'm going to miss while I'm doing this.
Probably the same person is going to do all of my homework.
Oh, good. You know a guy.
No, that was a joke. I mean, nobody.
Well, you're going to have to figure something out.
What classes are you taking?
Lists off like 6 classes.
No, my schedule is so full. Why is your schedule so full? You're a senior.
Honors.
Eh.
I'm graduating summa cum laude or nothing.
Impressive.
I know.
I'll admit I don't even know what my grades are.
That doesn't surprise me. Alright, I guess for the good of humankind or the Sword Coast or whatever, if you can bring me something back safely and relatively uncontaminated, I'll take a look at it, see what I can do.
All right. I'll have to figure out the logistics with transporting it, but
Well, it sounds like your area more than mine.
all right. I'll send word once we know what's going on.
Okay, you know where to find me.
And if I'm not back in 7 days, probably a pile of ooze somewhere.
Please don't say that loud enough where your sister can hear.
I'll be safe.
Have you really talked to her since you got back?
In passing, we talked a bit when we first got back. She seemed worried.
You do remember she thought you were gone for 2 years.
I know. Don't really know how to fix that.
I don't think
Does she
you
seem?
need to fix it. I do think you need to talk to her about it. Not right now.
No.
She's writing, but just... I know I'm like the last person to give you advice, but just think about it, okay?
No, I mean, if you're giving me this advice, it probably means I really need it.
She's her sister, and you disappeared on her for 2 years. And you haven't spoken to her that much since you got back.
It's been busy.
Yeah.
I
She was
appreciate
really close to
you.
holding your funeral. And I convinced her not to. You're welcome.
I appreciate you taking care of her while I was gone.
Because you've taken so much care of her before.
I've been the best formerly older twin that anyone could ask for. Okay, fine. She mostly took care of me growing up, and I know that, and I know that I owe her a lot because of that, but...
Just don't turn into a pile of ooze, okay?
Promise.
Because I'm not cleaning that up.
We should be back soon, and I will talk to her then.
Good. I'll hold you to that. Or
I
I'll
kind of
just...
miss when you were just rude to me all the time.
Oh, well,
This is weird.
I was going to say, before you so rudely interrupted me, that otherwise I'll just take your leg again, hold it over a pile of acid or something until you do it.
That's the thing I remember. Thank you.
I don't discriminate.
Not all is wrong with the world, I suppose.
I have things to do. Please get out of my apartment.
All right. Bye, Order.
Bye.
And I'll leave.
Okay. Plan in place. Anything else?
That's it for me.
I would like to talk to Giselle.
Okay.
I think like after we're like, I think while we're getting like ready and everything, gathering up all our stuff to meet at the portal, Damian will go over to Giselle. Hey, Giselle?
What's up?
I need some advice.
Okay.
Yeah, advice. Yeah, advice.
Is it about folding your stuff into your trunk for the travel? It's all about rolling it. You
Oh no, I
roll-
totally do that. Yeah,
You
yeah.
go, okay.
No, I totally do that. That's fine. So I got a date, with Rosie when we get back after this. And I just have to say that my fit lately has not
That
been
noise
really
of
good.
just breathing in just gets higher and higher and continues and continues and continues. And
Your
then she
neighbor's
just
dog is fucking losing it, like barking at the sound, and you can't hear it.
and then just another very big breath, like a child who's about to let out like a horrific scream because they've been injured, and then just squeals.
So
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's just late because I've been stuck in the Feywild and I was over there in the Feywild again. I really haven't had time to like update my fit and everything.
Shut up. Show me to your closet right now. Forget the mission. We have to get this done now.
Okay. All right, let's go. And he'll like take her he'll go to his dorm room. And what you see, as soon as he gets there, he opens the door, and you notice like around the edges of the door frame, it's kind of glowy. Because when he opens the door, it's the portal to his mansion. He pretty much, what he does is every morning, as is part of his morning routine, he recasts Magnificent Mansion on the door frame every single morning.
I love it.
He walks in and he opens up a closet, and there is only like 2 outfits in there. It's his school uniform and what he wore in the Feywild. Yeah, so that's it.
What is Damian wearing right now?
It's a very a very typical adventurer's bard uniform. Very typical adventurer's uniform.
Okay.
Nothing special. It's just some pants, a nice little doublet kind of thing. You see like the sword he uses is strapped to his waist. Very simple. Nothing fancy.
Come on.
Where, what do you mean?
We're going shopping.
But we gotta.
It will not take long. I am an expert.
I trust your powers.
I am a surgeon in a clothing boutique. Do you understand?
Are you gonna like cut up my stomach and put like clothes in there?
No.
Well, you said you're a surgeon of a clothing boutique, and that's what surgeons do. They cut people open and put.
I have precision, Damian.
Okay, got it. Okay.
It's just Damian thinks that a surgeon's #1 priority is cutting people open and putting things in. I just want to clarify.
Did I say Damian's smart?
I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I just want to clarify.
That's
Okay.
that's his logic.
Okay.
Surgeons are there to cut people open, fix them, and or put things in them to fix them.
Definitely.
To be fair, certain types of surgeons, it's not wrong.
True.
It's not right. But it's just
It's
not
not
wrong.
It's not wrong.
Giselle
A
immediately.
cardiothoracic surgeon would be replacing something. Putting
If
a
it's
new valve
take
in.
it out and then in.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
gotta take stuff out first.
Yeah.
All right.
Just saying.
Just
Unless you're missing your
immediately.
cardiothoracic.
The whole
They
thing.
get you a new one.
Missing that whole cardiothoracic.
Anyway.
Grabs him by his lapels and just drags him down the street to like the nicest clothing store.
There's probably
that
a mall here. We've never
Yeah.
talked about it, but
There
it's a
has to
college
be
town.
one.
There's
Gotta be
probably
a mall.
There's a mall here.
Yeah. Takes you to the overpriced, like, Kaladeshi boutique. As we're walking,
Buckle.
she goes, yeah, the buckle, of course. As we're walking, she goes, all right, I know the store like the back of my paw. So you're going to go inside. To the right, after 24 paces, there's the dressing rooms. You're going to go to the large 3-way mirror that is in there, and you're going to stand there. Do not move. I shall bring you everything that I think you need to try on. You will then take another 12 paces to the most convenient and largest dressing room there, and then you will put them on. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good. Go! Throws him inside.
I am so scared. And he runs off the
I feel like I should make you roll using like the exam rules or something. I'm
here for it.
I'm not going to, but the thought crossed my mind. When Damian tries to go shopping for himself for the first time, get ready, there will be a test.
While this is going on, Sereia is also at the mall at the potion shop.
Perfect.
Because
I
I
was trying to
would like
think
to
of a
purchase
mall equivalent for potions. It's probably just a Dippin' Dots.
a Dippin' Dots. She's at the mall Dippin' Dots kiosk.
She's at the GNC.
Oh, GNC's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
GNC's
a dwarf in
General-
there's a dwarf in that store that's just wearing khakis and a red polo tucked in, and it's super tight for no reason.
Yep.
And he's just doing the arm switches on like one of those like hand like machines.
He's
Yep.
just trying to sell her like protein powder.
I can't
It's
think
protein
Like-
of hill giant strength.
I can't
Yeah.
think of what
Protein of
GNC
Hill
would
Giant
stand for.
Strength.
I'll think of it. Okay.
We'll
Potion
workshop it.
shopping.
Yeah, I just want to buy a few elixirs of health.
Okay.
We have the pendants, but in case we come
Uh-huh.
across people who have been infected, I would like to see if that works.
Okay. So, oh, that's not how you spell elixir at all.
You spell it however your heart desires.
Well, D&D Beyond doesn't like it when I spell things on my heart desires. Unfortunately, it needs you to remember that it is IR at the end of elixir. That's the one that essentially is like lesser restoration, but a potion, right?
Yeah,
Is
it
that-
cures diseases and several effects like paralyzed and I don't know, I had it up a minute ago and I was like, that seems like something that is affordable. That might come in handy. And we could see if that would work on somebody
let's-
already affected.
Let me see, because I think... Are elixirs of health uncommon, or are they rare?
They are rare.
Okay, so they're a little more expensive.
Uh-huh. The same magical item prices list. I don't know if that's what you work off of usually. Has them at 120.
Oh, interesting. Is that out of D&D Bound?
No, that was I got it a long time ago. It's a Google Drive that I found that somebody made for not crazy, like 1
Oh, the
bajillion
same
gold for.
magic item. That table,
I feel like that's a little cheap. But
some of that table is really good, and some of it is like really ridiculous.
A little crazy.
For things.
yes,
Fine magic.
there's
I
no
can
good
use.
one.
I'm just gonna use the Xanathar's
Fair.
magic item prices table. So yeah, rare. So when we're looking at just like base prices for magic items, I like the way they do it in Xanathar because it's not based off of like this item is this price. It's like the rarity and then there's a multiplier for it. The multiplier is common it's a dice roll, but it's a dice roll times 10. Uncommon is times 100. Rare is times 1,000. Very rare is 10,000. Legendary is 25,000. So
And then is it halved for consumables?
yeah, I don't know if it is in Xanathar specifically, but I've always done it that way. Asking, oh yeah, have for a consumable. So yeah. So I'll say I'm just gonna take the base multiplier for consumables. So rare would be 500 apiece.
Okay. I also have an herbalism kit that I am proficient with. How long would it take me to make those? Just if we're going based on cost versus time, since we have 2 weeks over while like Law is making these
Yes.
pendants, could I make a couple
Yes.
and buy a couple?
Yeah, so herbalism kit will let you craft magic items, including potions and things like that. I want that table. So for crafting rare items, also halved for a consumable, I think it's gonna do you better just to buy them.
Okay.
Because it'll be... Rare 10 halved for a consumable is going to be 5 weeks for a rare item.
Oh, that's so much. Okay.
They
I'll
get
just buy-
exponentially higher.
I'll buy 2.
When
I'll
you're
just buy 2.
making them. Okay, so 1,000 gold, unless you want to haggle. This
Yeah.
is Fantasy Mall, you probably haggle, right?
Let's haggle a little.
I mean, but everyone in the general Strixhaven vicinity knows who you are, which is why I offer the opportunity. What's
I
your
would love
argument?
to haggle.
What's
My argument is
your argument for why you should have these cheaper?
I should have these cheaper because look at me. Do you?
Okay.
Do you really? This is the person who everybody thought was dead for 2.5 years.
You needed to
really
continue
wanna-
that because just look at me has so many options
It's
attached to
powerful.
that.
It's powerful though, is the thing.
Look at you, not back to me.
I-
Not back to you, not back to me.
You say, look at me in that cadence, and the shopkeep, like, a light bulb goes off, and it's like, oh, I remember you. It was from so long ago. You were the one that did that whole speech about MLMs.
Oh, yep. Yes.
Right. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, this isn't gonna go well, but let's try it anyway. Well, that's a 13. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Not great.
Best I can do is 450.
I'll take it.
All right.
She's
you wanna take it?
exhausted already just from trying to be an asshole a little bit. It's just not her jam, but she tried. She's watched Giselle haggle over things. She really tried to channel Giselle for a
Hey.
minute.
You got a discount. You got a discount.
Yeah, she got a discount.
Proud of you.
Giselle would just be proud that you were haggling. I mean, that's the important thing. You have to
She
try.
really
you
tried
know?
to channel her bestie.
Just have to try, you
Tried
know?
so
Giselle would
hard.
let you haggle for 2 while she stole the rest off the shelf.
That's true too. I mean, just get me there next time, you know, just in case.
Okay, so
Why do I
450
have way less
apiece,
money
2
on?
elixirs of health.
Yes. Sorry, I don't know why Foundry, like I have more money on my D&D Beyond character sheet than I do on my Foundry one. And I'm just trying to figure out why it didn't transfer.
I have no idea.
Me neither. I'm
But
gonna go with the one that's on D&D Beyond, and I'm just gonna update the other one because I know that I updated that the last time.
Yeah.
So
It's probably the best route. Okay. Anything
Okay.
else?
nope.
Anybody else want to go to the
That's all I
mall?
wanted to do.
Last call. We're about to transition out of college land back into adventure land.
I am at the back in the background at the Smoothie King, but that's doing absolutely nothing. Just getting a smoothie.
And just
then-
like general
Sounds
adventuring
really-
supplies, you know, like food
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can replenish all year. I'm not gonna like put a bunch
Yeah.
of money on those. Those are real cheap. But, you know, just in case, rations, extra rope, tinder boxes, stuff like that, in case you need
Mhm.
it.
You see
You've all got your
those-
coffee thermoses.
You
Yes,
definitely see
very
though,
important.
when you got like when Sereia and Law pass by the clothing store, you see Damian standing in like one of those like viewing areas where after you tried on all the clothes, it's like surrounded in mirrors,
Mhm.
and he's wearing this like super high fashion outfit. It's like, but it looks like he's wearing He's like wearing this full black smock, and his arm, and like on the edge and where the shoulders of the smock are these two large poofs, and his arms are sticking out of the poofs. And on top of his head is another poof. So he looks like one big, like a clover, like 3 clover leaf, like you would see like the, like, you know, clubs on a playing card. And he's just standing there like that, staring at the mirror.
You hate it. I can see it in your face. You hate it. It's fine.
I just have
Be honest.
I just don't know what I'm supposed to do if I have to pee.
That's a very valid concern. Look, you're going to love it the most in the store. So if you hate it in the store, you're gonna hate it even more at home.
I don't like it. No.
Okay, tell me one more time what you're going to do on your date.
Okay. What I'm gonna do on my date: 1, pick her up. 2, impress her with my riz. 3, take her out for a burger. 4, I don't know, maybe go for a little walk home. Maybe go see a play or something.
Those are 2 very different things. Play or walk.
Okay, walk. Yeah, definitely walk.
Okay. All right. These shoes. Go.
Okay, and he carries them all off, and he'll get himself all prepared for.
Law comes up next to Sereia, hands her a smoothie, and says, "I've never seen Damian look so sweaty." And we fought the dragon last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you think this is part of the, like, next adventure preparation? Or do you think this is for something else?
Maybe he's trying to look like fungus, and it's camouflage.
That's a good observation. I mean, maybe, should we buy, like, mushroom outfits?
I guess so, if that's what they're doing.
Damien, you come back out
First.
in the coolest fucking outfit. Go.
Oh, okay. Damian comes out, and he's wearing the fantasy equivalent of Air Jordans. They are called Aarakocras.
Perfect. Well
And
He's a
done.
genius.
Well done.
That's funny as hell.
That's so good.
He has he's wearing like black like kind of like skinny jeans, and like the knees are like pre-cut and torn. He's wearing a t-shirt. He's wearing a mesh t-shirt, and over it is a dark blue leather jacket. And yeah, and his belt is a really nice belt, but the buckle is all huge.
I regret to inform you that you're describing almost exactly an outfit that Val actually owns.
Listen. Look.
2010's back, baby, and I
Woo!
love it. It's a
Let's
good
go.
look. Black
is, yeah.
skinny jeans and big shoes. You can't go wrong with that shit.
You
It's
can't go wrong
good.
with that.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, Gen Z, you can pry my skinny jeans from my cold dead hands.
Yeah.
But
My
I think
ass
you're gonna
looks
take-
great in them.
Yeah, and with these zips,
No.
good luck getting them off me.
They'll be back in
You
10
can try.
years.
Mhm.
They're coming back.
We'll be back in 2.
They're coming
Look.
back. They're coming back.
Skinny jeans were made for people like me. I love it.
I
I
love
think
it.
we were wrong about what's going on in there.
Law's already inside looking at trying on mushroom outfit. Does this look enough like a
Damn.
mushroom head?
Damian gets a cool outfit.
I am a
and
genius.
Law and Sereia get some hats that are shaped vaguely like mushroom tops.
We just go to the Spencers across, get some rave attire.
Okay.
Oh,
Giselle-
we need to look like we're on mushrooms, not like we are mushrooms.
Exactly.
Blending in with the zombies.
mean-
Giselle buys Damien based off of this like outfit prime. Well, Damien is buying this this entire wardrobe, but an entire wardrobe. We're filling that mansion closet with clothes of this caliber.
Okay.
My favorite part is when the spell expires and all of these clothes are just shunted out into the
And then
hallway.
it just looks like a dorm room. It's clothes everywhere. It's a
Yeah,
dorm
what's the
room.
difference? I
They stay
don't.
on the rack. They stay on the rack.
I don't know how much this costs.
Well, I guess we'll look up normal amount. What's the price for normal fancy clothes.
I guess what's the price for just normal ass
Yeah.
items?
Uh,
Here, we'll do it on the table.
yeah.
Roll me a d6.
A D6. Okay.
Fine clothes are 15 gold pieces.
1.
Yeah. Okay, they were on sale. Each
Dope.
outfit costs you 10 gold a piece.
Hey, I buy 100 gold worth.
Oh,
You're gonna say I buy 100 outfits? I'm glad you were there with me.
We buy you a capsule wardrobe, essentially. So like we're buying like at least 5 outfits
Yeah,
that everything goes together.
Just plug and
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called for outfits, but
No.
you get
No,
it.
but we're going with it.
Anyway. I love it when at the break I'm like, we've got a lot to get to, so I'm very excited. Then we come
And
back and I'm just,
I derailed
no.
with
And then we
a
come back,
date
and I
montage.
refuse to stop you guys from shopping. And I'm just like, yeah, go on. Yeah, this is fun. Anything else?
That's it from me.
How much does my Dr. Seuss hat and glow sticks cost me?
You're not gonna get a box of mac and cheese sheets.
1 gold
mac and cheese
piece.
dildos.
Yeah.
1 gold piece because the glow sticks are long lasting.
Don't forget
Sweet.
don't forget to get a pair of boxer shorts with reefers on them.
I'm
Very
adding
important.
all of this to my inventory.
They're 1 gold a piece.
Edible underwear.
Whatever you want at Fantasy Spencer's.
Fantasy Spencer's has everything you could possibly want for your bachelorette party.
Yep.
I don't know why you'd be so desperate that you would need to use your underwear, but I bought it, you know.
You guys are funny today.
Seems
Giselle.
unsanitary.
Giselle buys a fascinator that sort of curls around and accentuates her ears. Because she wants to look pretty for her patron when she tries to talk to him.
Okay. This is the last time I'm gonna ask. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Speak now or we're leaving the mall.
Oh wait, I want a
Yes,
pretzel.
Dad!
Just kidding.
There you get a pretzel.
I get a pretzel.
Stop
to
and
go.
get a pretzel on the way out. And
Yeah, we all go to Wetzel's Pretzels.
Anti. And
Apple
I was trying to
pretzels.
think of like a fun like fantasy name. I don't know what it's called.
Auntie Tasha's Pretzel Shack.
They got a mannequin outside that's dressed like Tasha, and you all flinch from the fucking
Yeah.
torchlight caramel. Don't stand too near it; it might ruin your engagement.
Yep.
Wonder how those two are doing. I guess I'm the one that would know that, huh?
Yeah, you would.
They're great.
You never asked.
Did we get an invite to their wedding?
Maybe, but it was last year.
Is it? Yeah. Is it in our like giant box of mail that we find? You know.
Yes, you got a wedding invitation.
Oh, okay.
You sent him a wedding gift 2 years late.
Yeah.
We're those people.
All right. We're setting out on another grand adventure. You all go with your whatever stuff you bought that you're bringing with you and was actually narratively important, because I've forgotten your adventuring gear and your potions and your winter clothes. And you head through one of the many portals available to you. The one that Giselle's... Are we calling them exchange students? They're exchange students have been using. To get
And this
to...
one is the one where I unfold the compact like 4 times until it's big enough to come through, and I keep it in my purse.
All right, so you all walk through the compact mirror, stepping through into a lovely late autumn day in the Misty Forest. What would you guys like to do?
Do you mind if I just I'm gonna do a quick like managerial check-in, and then I want to maybe see if I can contact my patron, and then we can teleport over to the town.
Yeah, sure.
Damian, I
Okay.
can help you get set up for the teleport while waiting.
Oh yeah, perfect. Do I know like the teleportation circle that's at this location?
I don't know why you would,
That's true. Yeah.
Fair.
Well,
or
Silly's
if they
gonna.
even have one.
Yeah, but Silly's. I'm gonna start prepping the spell to make sure we can get there.
Yeah. You can certainly try.
Mm-hmm.
I lied. I can't get us there if this fails. Teleport via plants. I have to know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can get us back.
Yeah, I can get us
That's
back.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's some really good trees over there if we want to, like, get back through a tree. They're pretty big if you want to
Straya
take a
goes and makes
look.
friends with the tree. She hasn't done that for a while. She really like gets up in there and climbs it and knows its bark and
Its hopes,
branches.
its dreams,
Okay.
its root systems.
I love it.
Just so she's like got a bond with the tree for when we need to, if we end up needing to transport via plants,
plants,
another
okay.
time back here. Yeah.
I gotcha.
She-
So with 3 of you preparing for long distance travel in your own ways, Giselle, quick check in with the exchange students.
Everyone's good.
Yeah, I think everyone's fine. How often do you check in with them?
I mean, probably at least a couple times a week.
Okay, yeah, they're kind of ready for you to come around. They'll greet you. Everybody's doing okay. Somebody just went on a grocery run, so they're all, I don't know, making sandwiches or something.
Great,
Nice.
great, perfect. Party's still going, per usual.
Oh yeah, they're taking a little carb break.
Great. And then I think she just, I'm going to go through this other portal now, but just for a second, okay? Don't freak out, all right?
10 years later.
But yeah, so she'll just try to pop over really quick and try to just even just kind of talk to her patron. I don't know if he's there, but like just to sit and try to chat with him.
Okay. Roll something.
Okay.
You know how this game works.
Yeah, we just roll something.
Roll. I can never remember what I have you roll for these because I think it's different every time. I don't know, something that makes sense.
Pretty good.
Charisma based. I don't know.
Yeah, persuasion?
Sure.
Okay. Well, again, the Van dice is on fire because I rolled a 17 plus 15 is a 32.
Okay. What do you say?
Hi, Lord of Chaos. Straightens her fascinator and her packed necklace. So we're about to go and try to help some people that have this like zombie, like fungus, like abyssal curse on them, and it's like sweeping through the countrysides and stuff. So just wondering, like, since you're pretty all-knowing and have been around for a long time and like really smart and stuff, if you had any maybe pointers. It's about this old druid named I want to say Xanthura, and I know it's wrong.
Very close. Xanthoria.
I was gonna say Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya.
It's Zendaya. No, sorry, that's that really awesome muse. Xanthoria. Yeah, we know it has to do with like the 222nd, just says all the stuff, but I just thought I'd, ask before I go and stuff. Yeah. Thank you for your help. Just strikes a pose, keeps her, chin up like she's taking a selfie.
You say this, you put out this plea to hear some, and you strike your pose and you hold it for a long moment. And then somewhere behind you, you hear just a little bit of like rustling in one of the trees.
Hear some?
And you hear it again from maybe to your left, and then as you turn again from behind you, and then after a moment, you hear less rustling and a little bit of creaking, as suddenly from a tree sort of next to you, up on a branch, you see 2 hooved feet crossed, lounging as comfortable as could possibly be on a tree branch. The satyr turned god, Lord of Chaos, Fearsome.
It's really nice to see you. It's been a minute.
It has.
How are you?
Oh, you know, here and there, in and out, causing trouble.
Yeah, always, yes.
How are you?
Do you want the cool answer or do you want the real answer?
I do think we're past the cool answer at this point.
A little nervous. A little disappointed about some stuff at school. But ready to help some people. Because this abyssal mushroom stuff is bullshit.
Indeed.
Got any ideas?
I always have ideas. This time I have advice.
I'll take it.
I've been causing chaos amongst the realms for a very long time.
Yes.
You've seen a bit of that the last few years. But this time I come with a warning. Zuktmoy is one thing, and in her own way, can be reasoned with, should you encounter her. Jubilex is something else entirely. I'm not even quite sure how they've decided they can coexist with anyone else. Now, I don't know whether you'll encounter them or not. I suppose we'll see where the wind takes you.
But if it's Duplex alone, probably don't try to reason with it.
If it's Jubilex alone, run.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll keep an eye out, an ear to the wind. I don't have many followers in Faerun anymore, but I'm sure there are a few. Someone's always asking for help.
It's true. When the new come calling.
When I feel so inclined, I will tell you this. We cause a lot of chaos in my realms. The demon princes. It's not the same.
Their chaos isn't fun.
Nor is it nice. Nor do many come back from it should they get entangled in it, and very much come to like seeing your face.
Really?
Perhaps.
I'm going to operate on you meant that.
Maybe one day you'll find out.
Maybe. And maybe one day I'll tell you whether or not I like seeing your face.
You didn't. Perhaps you wouldn't stand in a grove by yourself and pray.
Maybe. Maybe I just wanted to show off my necklace.
As if I haven't seen it before.
You haven't seen the fascinator, though. You didn't even say anything. What do you think?
It looks very nice.
Thank you. I got it on sale.
I must be going. You
Also need to be going.
be careful.
Will do.
It's been a long time since a mortal wore a trinket of mine as long as you have. Don't lose it.
No way. Worth its weight, literally, in like platinum. Ugh.
It's worth much more than that.
Thank you, Lord.
Be careful. Don't touch anything too sticky.
Ugh, no. Are you kidding me? Don't have to tell me twice.
And as you say that, there's a little and you look back up and he's gone.
Why is he going to teach me to do that? Back through the portal.
Giselle comes back to the portal.
How long's it been?
About 5 minutes.
Okay.
I think it's definitely like, you know, when two people are working on a car, that's basically the equivalent of what Damian and Laura are doing. They're just standing there like, all right, I think we did the teleportation circle, right?
Yeah, that looks about right to me.
You know, because I thought we tried that one little arcana knot right there, but you opened my eyes. You showed me that we saved a lot of energy by creating those ley lines over there. You know, really good.
Yeah, I think this will really smooth out the transition process. Yep. It's
Yeah.
a good looking circle. It's a good looking circle.
This is a good looking circle.
Clink spear bottles.
Yeah, we can somehow have a case of Corona. Just
You just grab it from the exchange students, you kidding me?
They've
It's
definitely
right
got
there.
Corona in there.
Sorry, I was just like up in a tree in a branch, like watching all this. Like,
It's not exactly a circle. Do you think they care that it's not a perfect circle?
talking to the tree.
Just a little shake, like the tree's laughing a little bit.
That probably doesn't matter.
Okay,
I was back down.
ready when you all are. Oh, also, the Lord of Chaos issued a warning.
Warning?
like a dress
I
code
will
violation.
listen.
No, are you kidding me? I get merits for this, not demerits. No.
It literally just struck me like what the word demerit means.
You know what? I can't
If
say I've ever thought about that
If
either.
it was pronounced demerits, I would have been immediately like, ah, yes, this makes sense.
You just skip right over part of that word.
I love it.
You guys ever have that happen to you where you
Yes.
just
All the time.
are 30,
Constantly.
32 Christian years old and then you realize what a word means?
100%.
All the time. I hate to admit.
Sorry.
Not at all. We'll sort of explain what was said about the two symbiotic gods.
Whoa.
It's
Yeah.
weird that makes me want to fight Jubilex even more.
Oh, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Don't. Look, Harsum is very spicy. He likes to play around, he likes to have fun, he likes to do challenging things. If he tells you, if you see something, run, fucking do it.
Okay. Guess I'll think about fighting a demon another day.
Look, he's an archfey chaos lord. Like, he's never given me a direct anything. That's the most direct thing he's ever said to me.
Plus, I think that coupled with Winna's warnings about where we this adventure might lead. Probably better to just tread carefully if we're gonna end up meeting Jublex in particular.
He's not the other one could possibly be reasoned with, but not Jublix.
Well, if two people are telling me not to. Hold on. He pulls out his sending stone. Hey, Grandpa, can I fight you, Blex?
Like a full,
Gotta get Skrillex in here. Gotta.
full 30 seconds later. What?
Grandpa, can I fight you, Blex? Just.
Soda, what are you saying? It's like 5 in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you wake up at 8. But I'm just saying, if I recount Jublex, should I fight them?
I feel like I'm missing some. Is this are we doing a bet? Is this one of those bets where you guys can't agree on the answer and so you ask me? Is that
Kinda. But he fills him in on it and everything.
Yeah, no, okay, no, don't do that, probably.
Okay. I just
Wait
want
till
to
after you graduate, we'll talk about it again.
Ah, sweet. All right. Thank you, Grandpa. Love you. Get some
Yeah, I
sleep.
love you. Have fun. Don't get stuck in the news.
Will do. And he puts it away. Grandpa
I'm
says
just
I should-
saying, Damian, if we just dipped our swords in salt or something, maybe.
Hey, see, I thought
You
that.
get a butt
I-
dial from your grandpa, and it's just rustling around. Because now that he's awake, he's awake.
Oh, he pulls it up. Hello. Hey, Grandpa.
It's just rustling.
Oh, okay. I'll be butt dialed.
You hear one thud, shit, balls, come on.
He butt dialed.
Just-
Yep. This is. Yep. This is gonna be going on for a while. Okay, but it's
Classic Scrimmet.
I really like the idea of your grandpa butt dialing you on a sending stone.
Such a grandpa thing to do.
As
If
we all
that
know,
doesn't
I am a
ruin our
grandpa.
stealth at some point, I will be sad. That's my wish.
Get ready. All right. You're teleporting.
Yes.
Where?
To the town.
To the town,
Or as
yeah.
close to it as we can.
Griffin's Roost.
Good job. To Griffin's Roost.
Yes.
What's the stipulations of said teleporting?
I have to have If I have less familiarity with it, it's harder to make the roll.
You've never been here.
Then it's gonna be hard.
Oh boy.
What do you have to roll?
So you roll a 1d100. Let me look up what the spell says.
Can I guide you?
Well, the DM has to make.
Oh,
I roll it.
so I can't give you
yeah.
guidance.
Your
for
familiarity
magic.
with the destination
Helpfulness.
determines whether you arrive there successfully. The GM rolls a d100 and consults the table.
That'd be cool if I had the table.
Yep, it would be.
That'd be
I think it's
cool.
in
Is it just a teleport spell?
Teleport. Yeah, right.
It's a
Okay.
teleport table, yeah.
Hi, you have a lot of claws.
Hey,
Hi.
dumb.
Wanna roll on the table? Wanna roll on the table? Just clawed your way up into my lap. Teleport. Hi. Teleport. Are you stuck? You a little stuck? It's okay. Okay. So we're going description.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
Oh
going
no.
to roll a 1d100.
This could be really bad, you guys.
You
The
guys,
adventure ends here for friends and folks at home.
ideally.
Worst case scenario,
Okay.
I get locked in a mishap loop and I'll die.
You ideally want a 74 to 100 that will put you on target.
Okay.
Okay.
54 to 73 is off target. You appear a random distance away in a random direction. There is math to be done. 44 to 53, you and your group wind up in a similar area, an area that's visually or thematically similar to the
Oh
target
no.
area. 1 to 43, which is almost half, you get a mishap. Each
boy.
teleporting creature takes force damage, and then I re-roll on the table to see where you wind up.
Oh,
Multiple
boy.
mishaps may occur.
Yeah.
Last chance to
Okay.
back out. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Is there anything we can do to aid Damian in this role?
I'm making the roll.
Yeah, Van's making the roll. I'm not making it.
Okay.
Because we only have very limited like way to get
Oh
there.
god, they're disappearing into the dimension of regret.
I'm just gonna ask: is there any chance that Sir Talvar got a souvenir when he was there?
A rock,
I
a
don't-
T-shirt.
I don't see how that would help you.
Wait, what?
Associated objects give you a 100% chance.
Wait a minute. So wait, the
It has to be an object taken from the desired locate destination within 6 months.
the book that we got. Where did he get that from?
That was from the
That was
library.
in the library.
Okay.
Now, hear me out. Sir Talavar must have been wearing clothes when he visited the place.
You don't have Sir Talavar's clothes. You guys have about 15 more seconds.
I think we just got to go for it.
I think we gotta
let's
go
roll
for
the
it.
We gotta
dice.
go for it.
We gotta go for it.
Hands up. It's a roller coaster.
I am going to roll publicly a D100 so you can all see it
On Foundry.
on Foundry.
Yeah, I'm scared.
No, right here on my desk, but I want you all to come in here.
Be there in 9 hours.
Ready?
Yep.
Steady.
Yep.
Spaghetti. That's a 65,
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
which
Okay.
means off target.
Okay.
Okay.
That is the
Could've
second
handled
best
off
you
target.
could have done.
Could have been
Okay,
worse. Could have been worse.
you and your group appear a random. This is the one with math. Okay, a random distance away from the destination in a random direction. Okay. Hold on.
So it's
Hold on.
however much we traveled.
Distance off target is. Distance off target is 1d10 times 1d10% of the distance that was to be traveled.
Yes.
Okay, so you would have traveled. There should
A
be
long fucking way.
Yeah.
there should be a little
The
ruler.
the ruler thing.
ruler.
Ruler.
Okay, if this really sucks, maybe we go back through my portal and
No.
just plain
On
shift.
the ruler.
The ruler is in feet, so I don't think that helps.
No, the
us.
ruler's in miles.
Oh, is that okay? Mine is saying feet.
Oh, you mean like the Foundry ruler?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one on the map. So what you do in these situations, here's a great hack for all of you out there who love virtual tabletops. Take your ruler, drag it along the little measurement at the bottom of the map. So 500 miles is how many feet? Val?
Oh,
I'm trying to
that's smart.
zoom in and see.
Here, I'll show you guys. So if you go
That's
down
smart.
here, they've all got a little measuring tool. You go from 0 to 500. That's about 90 feet. So every 90 feet is 500 miles. This is how to keep yourself from having to do a lot of math when you got a big map like this. You're all welcome.
Smart.
So from, we'll just say the middle of the Misty Forest up to the circle I drew. How many feet is that?
116.
16 feet. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be
Little over 500,
Little
like
over
600
500,
something.
we'll say, I'm gonna say 650 miles. Because that seems right, and I don't want to sit here and do a lot of percentages. Okay, so,
Yeah, that's about right.
Is
Yeah.
that how many miles off we are?
no, so the math is 1d10 times 1d10% of that distance. So what I'm gonna do is roll 2d10.
You roll 2 10s. I'm gonna die.
Well, we'll see. So 8 times
6 times 8.
What is 8 times 6? Everyone.
42. 48. Yeah, 48.
48?
Yeah.
No, that ain't right.
No.
Yes. Oh, 8 times 6 is 48. Yeah. Because 7 times 6 is 42, and 6 more is 48.
20, 30, 42, 7. I guess that's right.
It's 48.
I don't
Yeah, that's what I
fucking
said.
know.
48.
Yeah.
So 48%
We got about halfway.
of
Yeah.
650. But it was also in a random direction.
We're gonna either end up at the top of a mountain or
So-
in the middle of the ocean.
Now I was
It's a
saying,
D8.
I
One is
prepared.
north.
I prepared for a lot of scenarios. This was not one of them. So we're about to have a really good time. Okay, yes. So Val, I'm gonna do it that way. we're gonna roll a D. It is 8, right?
Yeah, it's a D8, then it's north,
on the compass
northeast. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a D8. 1 is north. I'm going around clockwise.
That'll be northwest. Yeah.
Okay. So what was the number? How many miles?
48.
48%.
48% of 650 is.
I've got the calendar, the calculator.
Well, your calendar's
I'll
not
say
gonna
around.
help.
They'll probably be around 320.
650 times 0.48.
Yeah,
So-
312.
312 miles to the northwest,
Which is 54 feet if you're using the,
which is 54 feet.
or about 50.
We're off the
We're in
map.
We're either in the ocean or in the fucking mountains.
Yeah,
So
I think
it
we might be in that.
looks
I
like
think we're on a glacier.
looks like you guys might be in the Ragged Glacier up in Icewind Dale. Now here's the question. Do we stop here and do all of Icewind Dale and then come back? That's
Kind of funny.
that seems really ridiculous. That's a big module.
Oh my god.
So if we're going directly northwest, okay.
It's
We
it's
wanna
off
wait,
the map.
Hear
If
me
we wanna
out,
do it
hear me
roughly,
out.
we could
We
end up
get
in Kelvin's
dropped-
cairn.
We get dropped into the middle of another group that's doing
Okay.
Icewind Dale, and
We
we
did the
help them
final
finish
encounter
it.
of Icewind
Yeah, we
Dale.
did the final
All
encounter.
right.
I don't know what levels that is, so.
I have no idea. I know you guys are most likely too high level for that. But if I think we have to end our session there.
Yep.
Hey guys, you're welcome.
As you cast the teleportation spell, you all hold hands and you enter the circle. And Sereia, you have that one last thought. Are we positive it's not supposed to be a perfect circle? And there's a cracking sound, and then all of a sudden, you can't hear each other, you can't see each other because the wind is whipping and there's snow and ice around you, and you stand somewhere on top of a glacier.
I don't think this is right.
And that is where we're going to end our session for the day.
Oh my god.
I really thought I was prepared for the next, like, 3 to 4 sessions.
Next session might just be us long resting teleport, long rest teleport until we get there.
Well, that wouldn't be very exciting. I mean, that could be kind of exciting.
Like, never in my life have I ever been so proud of doing something
We
like this.
did. We didn't even get to the town map.
No.
I have this. You guys want a little preview?
Yeah.
It's not.
Sure.
It's not.
Look.
It's not pretty, but
It had to
It's a
catch up
little-
with us. We did so good. We did so much research. We did so much preparation.
Yeah, we
we
were
kinda
bound to
did
fail at some point tonight.
And we had to do, otherwise it wouldn't be us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, things were just going a little bit too well for the
we had to get back on brand, you know?
Ooh.
there's a little map of a
Oh.
little town. And I have all the locations labeled. You guys will get to see those next time. It's just a little guy.
It's a little guy.
Love it.
I can't see it.
Oh,
No, I dragged you onto it.
yeah.
Did I forget to put a light on it?
It's all gray, but I can see it.
I can't because I probably don't have dark vision. There we go.
There we go.
Let's put a light on it. Now everybody can see it. And you will be blessed with what those numbers mean and the locations next time. Because we have
Maybe.
8. Well, maybe. You know what? We're just gonna have to fucking see what. I'm not gonna tell you guys anything. You're on a glacier, and you're just gonna have to see what happens next time.
Yep.
I'm gonna go in the book, and I'm gonna roll some D100s and figure out what's on this glacier. I had a whole combat encounter ready for today, but I can come up with a new one. All right.
No, I'm scared now. Now we're
can't
out of
wait.
the book.
Oh, it's
We're
been,
off book now, baby!
It's been a while since I've been fully off book with this group. Next week we're just doing a freaking I just almost said Kevin McAllister. Grant Howitt one pager.
Perfect.
We'll see. Let's do Stars and Wishes really quick so we can end on time today. My star goes to teleporting. My wish goes to teleporting. That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Actually, I have to agree. My star is just teleporting. That's it. That's really my moment because no, I didn't expect this to happen, and you know
That was a sparkle. You still have to do a star.
okay. My star. I'm gonna give it to that really great scene, with Law, and that was really dope. It's kind of because it's kind of like I like seeing Law be letting the guard down and just being them, like not being that burden of like, oh, I gotta be the smart one right now, let me try my best to have everything under control. But then when they're around their siblings, it's like, oh no, I don't have to put up faces because they know my deal. I can just be myself. And I really like seeing moments where Law is just interacting with their siblings. It's really nice energy. I like it. My wish is that we have the most like road trippy adventure getting to this place. That's it. I just want a road trip adventure. Yeah.
Alrighty. I can do that.
We were trying to go to North Carolina. We ended up in North Dakota. What do you do? I love it.
Starring
next week.
Bill Hader and Cameron Diaz. Road trip, Dale. I lost the plot at the end a little bit. Imagine those two in a movie together.
That would be very interesting. I don't know how that would work out. Oh.
Don't all go at once. I'll just
Oh,
say
I
I mean, it's
thought
hard
she
to
was
give this-
going.
Oh yeah, I thought Sid was going, but if Sid's not ready, it's hard to
Oh,
get started
no.
anything other than teleporting.
I know.
I can do it.
Go for it.
Okay. I have a star for everybody that doesn't have to do with teleporting. I have a star for Wally and Val for the teleportation circle, like beer moment with like, it was like two dads around like a car that like, all they did was like change a filter. Like they didn't do anything like crazy, but they're just like so proud of themselves for
There was definitely a
perfect.
moment where
You're
Law
really
turned to
cute.
Damian and said, hold the light steady, come on.
Yeah.
Not that crescent wrench. I need the other crescent wrench. It was just cracking me up. I really loved that. That energy of them making the circle before everything went to hell was just like so proud of themselves for doing it. And then everything went to hell is just so funny, especially because I got to watch the whole thing. And then my star for Sid is that whole shopping scene with Damian was so fucking cute. I just loved it. The like, you hate it? Okay. Like that if you hate it in the store, you're gonna hate it at home. So let's just start from scratch. And it was just very cute. And I loved that.
That
So
is
those are my non-stars.
the best
or
shopping
not
advice that
teleportation.
my mom ever gave me was
100%.
So true.
if
you're
you
not in love
are
with it in the
even
store.
a little bit on the fence about it in the store, do not
Don't
buy
get
it.
it.
Because when you get it home, it's going to be 1 degree worse. Like she always told me,
Yep.
like if you don't absolutely love it, do not buy it
100%.
because you will never wear it because you'll get it home,
Uh,
and the next time you put it on,
You'll be
you
like,
don't-
eh.
stores are meant to sell you things.
Yep.
mhm.
And those mirrors are meant to make you look better and stuff, even
Yep.
if the lighting is bad.
Yep.
Take that one to the bank. Thanks, Mom.
You'll never be disappointed if you shop like that. So those are my non-teleportation stars. Obviously, one goes to the chaos that was teleportation. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So my wish is that we teleport in and we kind of get our bearings, and there's just some sort of chaos happening. Like whether it be like we just dropped ourselves in the middle of like, two groups that are about to like fight, or drop ourselves into the middle of like a hostile like animal den, or some sort of like, I just want it to be like, oh, okay, where the hell are we? What is that?
You guys-
just like a teleportation into like Jurassic Park or something, just
You guys
Why am I
ever-
the T-Rex pen?
I'm just like reminded of all the times that I played Skyrim and I would get up into where it was snowing and take one wrong turn. There's like 7 frost trolls, and I'm like, well, guess I'll die.
Like, oh God, why are there so many of them? Yeah, exactly. That's what I want. I want that Skyrim moment where you just like you're traveling up the mountains when you're like level like 1,
It's just
and all of a sudden
screaming.
there's just and you're just like I'm not just running away from everything because it's all gonna kill you. Yeah, that's what I want. Except for level 16, so we probably won't die.
Maybe.
Who knows? I want chaos.
Who else?
I can go. My star, again, non-teleporting star, is gonna go to Damian though, just for the creation of butt dialing Scrimmet on Ascending Stone. I want that all the time, all the time, all the time. And my wish is that in the chaos of coming across a bunch of frost giants fighting a white dragon, that's exactly what happens. Scrimmet butt dials you, and we try to get help from him, and he can't hear us because he's making coffee. Yeah, there we go.
You're gonna have to speak up. I'm not wearing pants.
That does sound like some shit I would say.
That does sound like something, but yeah. My star. My star's gonna go to all of us for the good research today. We gonna put a hat on that. Like we did some good research today. We got boned anyway, but we did some good research. But we're gonna be prepared if and when we get there.
You guys
So
did pack your cold weather clothes?
we did.
Can't say that's going to be a problem.
So yeah, that's my star. My wish, it was my wish earlier, and Sid said it too, and it's still my wish that at some point Scrimmet butt dialing us ruins some sort of group stealth check. We're in a really pivotal moment, trying to sneak up on a fucking demon lord or something, and we get a butt dial from Scrimmet. I want wild magic rolls behind the scenes during every encounter to see if Scrimmet butt dials us. So
Don't tell me how to live my life. Bold of
Honestly,
you to
any
assume
excuse
I
to
have a
get that
table for
table out.
anything. Okay.
But that's me.
I love all of those. Anything else? Okay. Well, in that case, you all have homework. On my desk, by this weekend, I want a little description. It can just be an idea or a name of something or like a creature that you really like or something like that. And it can come from either your perspective or your character's perspective. But I want to know what you think, if you were suddenly trapped out in a frozen wasteland, would be the worst possible thing that could happen to you. On my
Is this
desk.
entrapment? You have to let us know.
Character
don't. I'm not a
or
cop.
like us?
It can be either one, whatever inspires you. But if you think about all of the sudden, I'm trapped on a glacier, what would be the worst next possible thing?
So your homework for us is to outsource your encounter.
Mhm.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's great.
di-
I love that.
all
Yeah,
GMs do this, maybe not so blatantly.
Brennan Lee Morgan does it all the time.
Yeah, and he's literally the best GM on the planet. So, I want to hear, because I know what I think, but I'm just interested to hear what you guys think. And I already have a Discord message, and that makes me really nervous and very excited. As soon as you can. I'm not going to give you a deadline because I'm not your freaking teacher. At best, I'm the substitute that rolls in the TV with the VCR on the cart.
Fuck yeah, Bill Nye,
as
let's
far as
go.
DMs go. But send me something. It can be weird, it can be wacky, it can be multiple things. I don't promise to use them, but I do promise to be inspired by them.
Yeah.
And I now have 3 Discord messages, and I'm even more Excited. Oh, they're all
They're
from
all are
Sid.
from me.
They're all
Yep.
from Sid.
That was instantaneous. I've got it.
Excellent.
Giselle and me.
And
Easy.
if anyone says dragon, you need to redo it because that's the easy choice. Everything else is fair game.
That is easy.
Everything else is fair game. We have to go. Thank everybody, do your homework. Chat, if you want to participate, send me some shit on Discord. You can answer the question too. I don't promise to use it, but I do promise to read it and be inspired by it. Post in the GGK shows channel in the Discord what you think would be the worst thing to encounter while you were trapped on a glacier and you didn't know how you got there. I expect some creative writing. That's all I have. I'm gonna start giving chat homework at the end of every stream.
It's a Strixhaven game. Absolutely give them
I
all.
can't believe I didn't think of this in the we're in the 3rd season. Can't believe I didn't think of this in the 1st season. Anyway, we gotta go. Come hang out with us, join our Discord, subscribe to our YouTube. As far as I know, we will be back in 1 week. Until next time, good game, and don't freeze to death, Internet. Although they do say, it's much like saying goodnight.